Places. Are we ready? Are we ready? And y'all know nothing about this.
Good afternoon, everyone. Everyone that's paying attention. You know what's going down. Shout out to those that's working right now. Whether you at McDonald's, whether you at the mall, hospitals, you working for cable, you doing the telemarketing thing, whatever you do, get that money. It's 2021, it's a new year, new you, let's get it, get your grind on. Welcome to another episode of Everything Learn. Make some noise one time, I don't care where you at, with your own air horn, clap it up, whatever, because it's going down in a big way. Episode 17, you know what time it is, man.
I got a
We got a pod to do. You know what time it is, huh?
I got a pod, baby.
You know about it. Shout out to Vanessa Williams for doing this in the 90s. Huh? Let's get it. You know who it is. I'm the one that trained Tim Fox to be the new Batman that he is. Check out that comic if y'all haven't. I am the Mr. Mr. Sean.
There you go.
Yo, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Working over here is Tommy. What up? What up, fly blurred dresses, heathens and sheathens, brothers and sisters.
The LOB. House and get ready.
Lord of the Burbs, Fellowship of the Yakub.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is yours truly, Breon here, chilling in the back. That's the truth, Ruth.
Hey, y'all take a chill.
Yep. This is yours.
Gentlemen, how we doing?
Jack.
Breon, be love daddy.
We're a little turned up right now.
All right, for real. That damn
a little turned up right now.
Hey man, this day going by fast. This weekend going by fast, man. I wanted to last a little longer, but I'm like, you know what? Since this time going by fast, let's just have fun. You know, we don't like,
we off that water.
It's always, great to see another day, but sometimes on Mondays you're like, oh,
off that water and that queso dip, but it's colder than the stripper's heart out here in Bmore, but we staying warm and keeping it hot.
It's colder than the stripper's what?
A stripper's heart.
Oh, stripper's heart. Okay.
Yeah, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. Yo, I was like, what?
Respectfully.
But yeah.
After that.
Yeah, I know, right? What's good, y'all? Episode 17 here. Man.
How y'all feeling?
Good, man.
Feeling good, feeling great. Feeling good. How are you?
Fantastic. Like the NBA in the 90s, baby.
I know, right? That's what it sounds like. Fantastic.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to NBC that had a bomb NBA theme song.
John Tesh.
Shout out to Joe that was John Tesh?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe Button for rapping over that.
Yeah, shout out to that. That was dope too.
In the early 2000s, and he killed it.
Yeah, he did.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I subscribe to a channel on YouTube called Full Blast Radio. Shout out to DJ Tiger. And he does mixes just about every day. And he actually has a kind of a blurred podcast called Comics and Hip Hop. Y'all check that out. It's dope. And on Friday, he posted, remember when the whole Rockefeller was on Funk Flex and they just threw beats on and they was just freestyling? This is like 01. Y'all remember that?
Mm-mm.
You said the whole Rockefeller, excuse me?
Yeah.
On Funk Flex? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He played
and that basically
whole
was like a whole,
like,
yes.
What?
Yes.
I was like, what? I gotta hear this. Like, it was ill. He just threw beats on and they was just spazzing it.
Yes.
Because it was Myth, Beans, Free, Young Chris, and Owen Sparks. I mean, they was and
I
somebody
think
named
Jay
H
was there
Moneybags.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, he
H
was.
Money Bags. Jay was there too.
Yeah,
He
Jay
did a
was there.
little bit, but it was mostly the other ones. He was kind of
Yeah,
point
Jay-Z
guard the
was
whole
there. He
thing.
was kind of hyping them up.
Yeah.
But it was like, he's only
But yes.
16. Every time Young Chris was on, he's
Yeah.
only 16. He's like, I bet, pay some money.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'll bet anything. Like, because they was just going in. And I was like, yes.
And that was a moment for real, because if you was able to listen to it live, it was just like they just came and just kind of took over the show and just was doing their thing. But even after that, I didn't hear it live. I just, I think that was around Napster was popping, and people was just getting their download, situation going. And it was like, yo, this is crazy. This was back when Hot 97 was like, yo, I wish our station was like Hot 97. You know what I mean? Yo, they let these dudes just pop up at the spot and just do this.
It just murdered it. Just took over.
This is back when people were still recording, recording off the radio, with the cassette tapes.
And he was telling them too, like, yo, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit to get y'all tapes right.
Yes.
Get your tape decks right. And it was a moment. Yeah, you're right. It was a moment because they was on top.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that time, you're talking like the Rough Riders was kind of around, but not really.
That was what, like, was that 2000 or was that like
this
99?
Was 01.
This was 01. Okay.
So this was like 20 years ago. So like
Rough Riders was kind of dying down a little bit. Like they were still there.
They were still,
but they wasn't at the top.
Wasn't right. And
this was
and it was like the same with Wu. Like the Wu was still around. You had 3-6 Mafia. At this point in time,
I think
Cash
Outkast
Money was kind of around, but not really. Like
Outkast was popping.
Outkast was popping.
Right
Outkast
then, like the South was really starting to come up.
Yeah, because it was like, I think BG was he left Cash Money. Turk was locked up, but Wayne, I think Juvie was still around. And you had Big Thomas. And then,
and Wayne you said Wayne was there too.
And you had 3-6 Mafia was popping, like I said, Mos Def, Kweli, them niggas. Busta Rhymes was around. And then Snoop was still there.
Snoop was still doing his thing, yeah.
I think No Limit was around. Bad Boy was around, but
Bad Boy was kind of still holding on at that point, but it wasn't like the Bad Boy that we had known and loved, as far as like that whole roster that they had,
I have an unpopular opinion about Bad Boy, but go ahead.
We'll get into that at a later date. I'm interested to hear that.
Yeah.
But yeah. That was definitely a moment, man. That was definitely a moment.
And I remember it might have been maybe that might have been sophomore year college, maybe.
Yes.
Because I remember like the Up North cats, cats from New York, Jersey, Philly, shout out to them, was like, shout out to that whole tri-state area. They was like, yo, did y'all hear the whole Rock was on Funk Flex, yo, when they killed, the word went around, and I think there was some mixtape that had it was a few mixtapes that had a couple of the freestyles, and I think somebody might have actually recorded and made a whole mixtape and tried to sell it, but it was like, man, it was crazy.
Yeah.
When it happened, man.
That was cool. That was and you're not gonna see that no more from people that's on top like that. Except, and this is why I think a lot of people really rock with them, in addition to the music that they, and the style, but except for like Griselda. Griselda will come in, and I've seen, you know, them just kind of do their thing on a radio show, in an interview. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really see that too much. And then it's a few cats that will still, you know, you got your aliens as far, you know, Royce, Thought, you know, Joel, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Yawa. You know what I mean? Crooked. There's a few cats that will still get on and tear down, you know what I mean? But
listen,
none of these, you know what I'm saying? even Tyler the Creator will do a little something, but he just be kind of fucking around trying to mess with, like that joint where he was on Flex, and it was
yo, Flex riding around looking for men for some butt sex. And I'm like, no.
But even doing that, he was flowing though. You know, he said,
yeah, he was like he had bars, but it was that one that was like,
Flex. And he just looking like.
But the whole time he was rapping, I was laughing. I was like, this nigga's stupid. But
yeah, it was funny.
You know,
it was funny. It was entertaining, but it flowed. It went.
Right.
It wasn't like.
Regardless of his sexual orientation, it was still like he was flowing, like he was, you know, it was what it was. But to piggyback off of what you were saying, listen, if you're a rapper and people caught your attention, you got people's attention to what you're doing, and you wound up on Sway in the morning, you best to rap.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what you rap about.
Yeah.
Because Sway is going to put you in that position. And not too many people, you know, decline him. And certain artists where it's like, certain rappers where he's like,
and it's,
he get what they about.
Though, at this point, because you know that's what it is when you come on Sway. You know
certain people, he might be like, I remember Gunna was on there. And if you listen to Gunna, I'm a fan of Gunna. And Gunna he's like the sing-songy melodic type rapper, but he's very braggadocious. But he ain't not trying to be one of the greats. He bought his paper and on some fly shit. So he told Gunna, like, at the end of the joint, can you just give us like a little hook, little something? And he did. And he kind of freestyled off of a little bit and mentioned Sway in it. And, you know, and that was it. And that's all Sway wanted from him. But let's just say Gunna was trying to be one of them niggas. He trying to be one of the greats. He gonna ask DJ Wonder to throw a beat on, and you better spit. The baby be going around saying, I'm the best motherfucking rapper. Sway was like, all right, here go a beat. He asked him and his man Stunner, Full Vegas. Stunner Full Vegas was a little reluctant.
Mm-hmm.
But Baby was like, man, I'm hopping on. Because you know how Baby do. The beat just comes on and he's just rapping automatically. He just go in. So it's like, but then you'll have guys like you said, Planet Asia will show up. And Planet Asia, as soon as he show up, 5 fingers of death. Because you know what Planet Asia can do on that mic. You know,
yeah, so that's what I mean. You know what it is. You know what it is when you coming on that. So it's not even on the, you're not going to think that, you try and make me look stupid out here. You try and make, like, no, this is what it is when you come on the show. You know what I mean? Been doing it forever.
And that's his rep, yo. And it's like, listen, it's him along with King Tech, because they started off together. Them two, what they did on the West is the same thing that Stretch and Bobbito did for the East. They put a lot of brothers. They are responsible for a lot of MCs, a lot of rappers that we consider legends that came out in that 90s era. They are responsible in a way of putting those guys on. So it's like, since they got that rep, it's only right if you up and coming and you wind up on one of them shows, spit your shit. Be ready.
And that's the difference between a rapper and a recording artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, you know, like Cardi, no disrespect to Cardi, but she will tell you, I'm not a rapper. I'm an
doing
artist.
this for the money.
I'm a recording artist.
She got ghostwriters and she got writers and everything.
And I respect it. But Meg, I look at differently.
Yes.
You know, actually, that would be interesting. I would love to see Meg on Sway drop the beat.
She did a little something. She did a little something.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah, look it up. Yeah.
I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah,
definitely have to look that up. Anywho, though, I think we kind of got all over the place.
Listen, man, you know how it is when it comes to hip hop, man. We got to talk our shit, man, because we know so much and we love the culture so much and we love the music. So, I mean, anytime there's a conversation, you know that meme of Jim Carrey for Dumb and Dumber and the window rolled down is like, did someone say so-and-so? That's me when it comes to hip hop. Did someone say rap? What we talking about? What we doing? Who you like?
Somebody say bars?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Speaking of actually legends of rap, I was listening to Rock the Bells last night, and they got your man Redman, aka Redman Jilla, aka Muddy Waters. Got a radio show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's just like on Saturday night or if it's on different nights.
He is a DJ, so.
But yeah, he was a DJ, and he was, you know, emceeing or whatever. And I was like, yo, feeling this, like the you know, the mix he was doing, you know, just I was like, yeah, I felt it. The energy, it just got me a little hype. I was like, that's what's up. I'm gonna have to check this out.
Yeah, I think he's one of the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's new. I think he's been doing it for like, I want to say a couple of weeks now. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I did heard about that. Like, yeah, he was doing his own show.
Yo, I hope y'all know that Rock the Bells is more than just a satellite radio show.
Mm-hmm.
LL took it to a whole nother thing.
The clothing line.
You got a clothing line.
Yeah.
And that stuff is so expensive. I wanted to support,
but it's expensive, bro. I'm gonna get it. I'm going to get that Nobody Beats the Biz shirt.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Is that new? Did they just come out with that?
No, they've been out a couple months. They've been out for a while.
Was that out when it first came out? Because I don't recall it when it first came out. Because I signed up on the email.
I saw it during like Christmas time. I saw it, but it was like, yeah, definitely. Between that and the Rocksteady Crew shirt, and they got a couple other ones, but yeah. But definitely.
Have me looking up the stuff now.
Oh yeah, I have to Google this.
Yeah. You just type in Rock the Bells, it should pop up.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and start talking about the inauguration. So, you know, I ain't gonna lie, it was a weird day that day. It was like, it just felt like, you know, people was like just, you know, relief, and then it was like, you know, people was like scared, like, oh, is something's gonna pop off again, and then it's like, yeah, it was a little bit mix of everything, but people were still like, yeah, it's once they saw 45 leave in the helicopter, like, peace out, deuces.
I didn't watch any of that stuff. Like, you know, I was receiving like text messages and stuff like when Trump got on the helicopter and was gone, people was like, yes. But I didn't really watch any of it until like that night. And that's when I started seeing like the poet
Amanda Gorman,
excuse me.
Yeah.
And what she did and the interview that she had.
Yeah,
Anderson Cooper too.
Yeah.
Like Anderson looked like he was like, I need to get me a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was interviewing this chick. I know, but I'm saying actually there's some sisters that would fuck with Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, but was he gonna fuck with them? That's
hey, look, man. Anderson is getting to the bag, okay? So I think they will live with it. You know, They had that little
he pays the bills. It's fine.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Shit. So, he got good credit. You know what I mean? He shine a light on injustice. This is what fuck with Anderson Cooper. Like not literally, but
still they probably
they'll live in the residence.
Yeah, they probably still like, hey, you still
Will and Grace.
Yeah.
What happened?
So Will and Grace, pretty much.
But no, like they probably like,
they will Will and Grace it. They will Will and Grace it.
They probably, even though you don't, mess with us, we can still like, make a baby something, another way. You know what I'm saying?
And
sperm.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, he was just like, I'm so impressed. You're amazing.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good interview. And also, but it was, like I saw the video.
Chucks and Pearls became a thing.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
And also too, I like to say, like, I didn't like watch the only time I watched it on TV was when they Biden got sworn in, and then Amanda Gorman poem, and then and also too Biden's speech. I missed Harris swearing in, so it was like got a chance to see that online. Same thing with 45 and his speech at Andrew's Air Force. That's the little small crowd he had.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, I didn't watch everything else more. I just kept I missed like all the performances everybody did, and they're outside. I saw the fireworks. That was dope. Yeah.
I didn't care about none of that shit. None of that extra shit. You know what I mean? For me, it was kind of like, all right, 45 is gone.
All that. Just swear him in. Just swear the man in.
Just swear him in. I was honestly, I mean, all everything that you mentioned, B, and the swearing in and the new administration coming in, important. 45 getting the fuck out of here, important. Y'all have to pardon the chefery in the background.
Hey, Shaq.
Hey, what up?
I was just like, I knew that the inauguration was going to go how it was supposed to go. My concern was all the threats.
Yeah, that's
and all of that
too.
Going on. And to be honest, I was kind of hoping, like, I hope some of these people try it. I hope they try it, because the National Guard was out there sleeping in the fucking Capitol and shit on the floor for days.
That was crazy.
They still got like 7,000-8,000 of them in DC right now. And speaking of that, actually, the folks who have been caught or turned themselves in or arrested or what have you, I'm very, very, very interested to see what they are charged with, because textbook definition of treason, trying to violently overthrow the government, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I don't want to see nobody get charged with trespassing. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the book thrown at all of you niggas. You know what I mean?
Bring all the ruckus to all you.
Like, what's your man? What's Kevin Hart or the 40-year-old virgin? Like, all you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy. It's straight crazy. That's what happened. Is the textbook. One chick, she stole Nancy Pelosi laptop trying to sell it to Russian intelligence.
And she got released.
What?
Crazy.
Johnny.
But you had homeboy, what's his name? That did a documentary on that he allegedly stole the backpack back in the day, and he was in jail all that time, and then he got released and committed suicide. What's his name? Corleaf Brawler. Yeah, that's his name.
Oh, Khalif Browder, yes.
Yeah, Khalif Browder. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, he was, allegedly
He
stole
spent more time in jail than any of these people. And he was innocent.
Innocent and killed himself with Ned. But
he did not commit a violent act against the government.
Mm-hmm.
He was alleged to have stolen a backpack, which he did not do.
Right.
So yeah, man. I think I saw somewhere people who were arrested in the Black Lives Matter protests have spent more jail time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Than people who were arrested thus far.
Like homeboy that he destroyed a cop car, the one from here. Yeah, I know how much jail time he did. That was on the Freddie Gray riots when he destroyed that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he destroyed a cop car. So yeah, I don't. Yeah. But it was like a lot of time though he had though. Like damn. So
they should get more time than that.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's definitely I will say though, like I did thought something was gonna pop off, but it was funny how I was online and like the Proud Boys and what's that conspiracy
QAnon.
Yeah, QAnon. They was like they felt betrayed. They felt like because Trump didn't do nothing during the day of the inauguration, trying to stop this from happening, stop him from Biden swearing in, and they feel betrayed now and all that, and then you see people supporters crying, like this one woman was crying, saying that Trump, please help us, please. They was like she was like, well, she said something crazy. It was like, Biden is representing a flag. It's not the American flag. That doesn't look like the American flag that he has. Please help us. This is our country, please. I was like, wow. It's like,
The only difference between
every time Sean, Sean, it's like a 3D like moment, like for real. You saw Sean in the back, and all of a sudden, right there, bam. Go ahead, speak your mind, Sean.
The only difference between these people, and Jim Jones is that there was no Kool-Aid. That's it. That's the only difference. It's a cult now.
Yeah.
Now, I do believe if he was still on Twitter, it could have, something could have gone, just gotten real crazy.
He's banned everywhere. Twitter, Facebook, Twitch. Even the Paula.
I can't see Trump on Twitch.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your man. I'm here on Twitch. I play games. I play all the games. I'm great. I'm great at video games. PS5. I helped create the PS5, so it's partially made for me. Okay, I know how to make the 5. It's made in Japan, not China. Really China. Okay. Crash Bandicoot's my shit. Okay. I love it. Miles Morales, Spider-Man. Okay. Listen.
I prefer.
I pardon Wayne. I pardon Kodak. I love Miles Morales. I love people. I love black people. What are you talking about? Okay. Play it all the time. Love Miles Morales. He swings. It's all good. I give him the Jordans in the game. Okay. I hooked him up. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Xbox guy, but I play a little bit Xbox, but I prefer the 5. 5's great. Love 5.
I'm
can't
sorry.
see me
I
2K.
just see this commercial was Busta Rhymes on The Masked Singer?
Yes, he was a dragon. Of all things, he was a dragon. Of all things, he was a dragon.
Yeah.
Yo, and it was so funny because it was like he did Mama Said Knock You Out. When I first heard, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for you. I was like, oh my God, it's Busta.
You knew it was Bust.
Yeah, you knew it was Bust.
None of them.
But Jenny McCarthy was like, I don't know who this is.
Jenny McCarthy.
Yeah,
okay.
And King Young be tripping me out. I think it is.
He makes the when he gets one,
yeah.
Oh, it's a wrap. The next episode, he got a whole crown on, a king's cape. You can't tell him shit.
Yeah, for real.
Yo, when he found out the thingamajig was Victor Oladipo and he got it right, I was surprised he thought about Victor Oladipo.
Me too.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, and sometimes he'd be like ridiculous
you
with
knew
it.
he was a basketball player. But one of the clues, it was like number 4, like a chain that said number 4. And I'm like, that's not Chris Webber. He don't sing. He make beats. Horrible ones at that. So why, as the entry for
Stop. I don't, every time I hear that song, I just like, forward to the next track. Nas, what were y'all thinking?
It's better if you got the fake little choir than than that keyboard. Like, no.
Joe, the only type beat he did for Nas was Remember the Times. That was it. He did that one. That was like his redeem.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
That was like kind of his little redeem. Like, all right, Chris. I'll give him
that one.
That was cool. But Blunt ass is good.
Back when, yeah.
If Chris Webber was not a famous athlete, none of those beats would have ever made the track. If C-Web was not, no disrespect, but if C-Web was not part of the Fab Five and then went on to be a, all-star NBA player and all that,
Great NBA TNT commentator.
No doubt. I wouldn't say great.
Yeah, he's good.
He's gotten a lot better though. I used to like hate Chris Webber on the commentary.
Really, I wasn't a big fan of who's the guy? He played for UNLV. He's a point guard.
Oh, Greg Anthony.
I'm not a big fan of Greg Anthony.
Yeah,
not at all.
I feel you on that too. I feel you on that too.
And I was like, yo, you came fresh off the bench. Barely got enough playing time. You telling niggas, all right, whatever. I can respect Sam Mitchell. All right, but you what? In my dog's voice, nigga, you what? Fuck Jersey.
Yo, there's a Greg Anthony slander right now.
Yeah, for real, man.
Shout out to his son that's in the league, but
yeah, but he was part of the Knicks squad back in the day. Come on.
Yeah, he was on them John Starks.
Yeah.
Patrick Ewing.
Anthony Mason.
Knicks squads that
all of them
used to foul the shit out of Mike.
Whatever.
But anyway. Shit, what was he talking about again? Oh yeah,
for real. We just all over the place. We was talking about the inauguration.
So the inauguration.
Yeah, inauguration. Yes.
Yeah.
So talking about Trump. I'll say this real quick. I'm gonna say this real quick. That morning, I got up, and the first person I saw was Trump because he had a little speech, and I was like, "He looked extra orangey today. What's going on?"
Had to get right.
And he had a crowd, and it was like, I know, Brio, you don't watch wrestling, but Tommy, when you used to watch wrestling, and when a wrestler would make his announcement that he's about to retire or she is about to retire.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, please don't leave. Please don't leave. They was doing that with Trump. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. Then they bust out, thank you, Trump. Thank you, Trump. For what?
Come on, man.
I'm still bugging. He ended the speech with, have a nice life. Have a good life. And then we're gonna come back in some form. We're gonna come back in some form, he said. And then after that, have a nice life, play YMCA as he goes on the helicopter. I'm like, okay, first of all, have a nice life to us, like, wow. And then also, so you say you're gonna come back in some form. So, it's so many.
Well, my mom said that she was reading some stuff, and he's about to come up with his own political party or something like that.
Yeah, that's the Magna Party. And that's what's funny. It's like all of them, they don't know shit about politics. They just using it because they mad because they didn't get what they want. And like I said, they thought that he did a great job. Yeah. And like who, like I said, I don't think people say he's gone for good. No, he's gonna pop off somewhere and start some shit. So I'm like, yo,
yeah,
it's either that or
he's gonna start another party, right?
Yeah, and then his kids.
That's what they're saying, at least.
Yeah, and also too, his kids. They think about trying to possibly try to run for next.
Stop.
Wow.
Shout out to Strictly Hip Hop.
All right. Shout out to Strictly Hip Hop.
Before one thing I was going to mention. This has nothing to do with Trump or anything like that, but the niece and I think a friend of Kamala Harris's niece was at the inauguration, rocking
with some Dior Jordans.
The Dior Jordan.
Yes, I saw that. That article popped up on my movie. It was like, is that the Dior Jordans? I'm like, why does that matter? Why? I don't care about them.
Right?
They're not that bad looking. They're not an ugly sneaker. It's not an ugly colorway. But I'm like, what's the big deal? I honestly thought they already dropped. The big deal is,
say that again. You said
I thought they already dropped anyway.
I think they did, but I'm sure it was like only so many that dropped, right? It's not like you could just run the Foot Locker and cop.
That I don't.
You
can't be up in detail all like, yeah, you got the
exactly.
Deals?
So
did y'all do a raffle?
Exactly.
Let me,
So them joints, I think they was on like StockX for like 2 racks.
Shout out to the sneakerheads.
After that, after they rocked them at the inauguration,
it went up.
It went up to like 7.
Like 20? Oh, 7. Yeah. They got some J's on it. Like I remember a couple years ago, Khaled had some J's.
Mm-hmm.
Them shits. The price of them joints was a new car, like a sedan or something. It was like $15K. I'm like, I'd rather buy a car. Well, I'd rather get an apartment or something before I get a
house.
You know what I'm saying? Before I spend that on some sneakers. No.
Now, I was saying this earlier, I was like, 20 years ago, I still wouldn't do it, but I would think about it. But today, nigga, y'all crazy, man.
That's how I feel about the off-white joints. Like, I'm gonna keep it 2 Verzuz with you, but there was like a couple pair that I liked, but when I saw the price, I was like, nah. Like he put out I
don't like these no more.
He had a pair of 4s. He had a pair of 4s.
Fuck these
they were just for women, and they were dope. And I was like, I don't know too many women that would, put up that bread for them. If they got it like that, go ahead. But it was like, oh no, bruh.
Spoil your queen, king.
I think I showed them to her, and I don't think she was big on them like that. But we do plan on getting a pair together. We do have a certain pair in line to get. But yeah,
you know what I saw last night. Actually, I hit up Royal Farms real quick, and I seen this dude with his girl, I guess, in Royal Farms, cold as motherfucker last night, by the way, in Royal Farms, just in there hustling, selling body oils or something. I don't know. But I'm like, man, to be out here in this 30-degree weather, hustling inside Royal Farms to sell some body oils with your king or your queen.
That's love.
Yeah. I was like, more power to y'all. You want some? Nah, I don't fuck with that shit. y'all stay warm.
That's funny.
Oh man, I want this
but-
bootleg shit, man. Come on now, dog. I
But
just came to get my Mega Millions.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to the people that hit Mega Million. Homeboy got $1 billion, whoever hit it.
Yeah.
And shout out to the person from, where they from, Allegheny County, that hit the Powerball.
Oh shit.
Damn it. I was trying to hit that too, yo. But anyway, to get back to the topic, the inauguration.
Yes.
I did see the performances. Lady Gaga, you know, Deb was talking about the big bird on her shirt.
Yes.
And I was like, shit, I'm surprised she didn't come out like an American bald eagle. Like an American bald eagle just come out, swoop her down, and she just singing.
Hey, you saw that big ass bird? Yeah, I did. Where Bill at?
Exactly.
Shout out to Finesse Mitchell. Shout out to Finesse Mitchell. That was hilarious.
Yes,
anybody seen Bill?
I did watch that. Yes, that was hilarious. Where's
I saw Bill?
I ain't waiting on Bill. I'm in the car. I'm out. She
Right?
Oh, damn it, that bitch left me.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Y'all miss me, don't you? Y'all miss me, don't you?
I had this bitch lit, didn't I?
So her performance, Lady Gaga sounded super white to me.
D-Nice having a party
when she performed.
D-Nice having a party.
Yeah. Lady Gaga's joint. She sounded.
Yeah, it was like very like Broadway-ish.
Yes. Very Broadway-ish. J-Lo killed it.
Her mix, but yeah.
I liked it.
Somebody said, yeah, Ashanti was in the background.
I didn't see it, so I have no idea what makes that funny, but
the petty force is real. She wrote for J-Lo.
Yeah, she wrote for J-Lo.
Okay.
Yeah. And stole some song. J-Lo
she was like,
we're gonna get into Ashanti later.
Yeah.
Wow. And then Garth Brooks. I only know Black people that sing Amazing Grace. So when he came out and sang with his fresh fade, might I add.
Yeah, everybody talking about that too. Somebody said he went down to U Street or Southeast to get God.
Let me get the fade, and I'm gonna grab me a chicken box with some mumbo sauce.
Some mumbo sauce, that get damn right.
Let me go to Ben's Chili's. Go to Ben's Chili's. Get me just,
Let me get a half smoke.
You know what I'm saying? That mumbo sauce, young.
What's up, Mo?
I know, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo. I dig the performances. The poem was amazing. Shout out to her. Amanda.
Yeah, Amanda Gorman. Yeah. Yeah.
Great job, sis. Great job.
Yeah,
shout out to her moms. As a single parent.
Oh,
y'all.
I was like,
damn, niggas, shit.
Like disrespectful.
No.
Oh no, but if that was if that was Sweetie, shoot your shot, nigga, because she is fine. Her mom's is fine. Sweetie already fine.
Yeah.
But her mom's,
yeah,
it's a whole nother situation.
I'm still trying to find Trey Songz.
Mel, let me stop.
That's what I was thinking with me said. Actually, I was just like,
Trey Songz mom. Trey Songz mom.
Yeah.
Oh, I never seen his mom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really?
Muy caliente.
I ain't seen it in a minute, but still, it's.
I imagine it's still good.
Yeah, yeah. Which one of y'all?
I'm sorry, I'm just visualizing Tracy coming out of the corner with a folded chair over Sean's head.
The fuck? This Rushman?
Oh no, here she comes.
This is a whole champion about Sweetie. Spare for Tracy.
What you say about his mom, nigga?
Stone cold. Oh my God. We're gonna real slobber knocker, folks. Are we gonna see it? She gonna stand up on top of me? We're gonna see it. It's the people's elbow.
Boom.
I'm like, so you about to don't get Conor McGregor out here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we definitely gonna talk about that.
Talk about who now?
Somebody got knocked up.
Conor McGregor got in UFC.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I didn't see. I just saw
the
end.
Yeah,
That's all I
the
needed
end.
to see.
Yeah, I saw the
Yo,
He didn't get Nate Robinson. You know what I mean?
But
But
he still took a nap. He took a nap though. Like, yo, he was on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, shout out to Amanda Gorman. But yeah, she definitely carrying the legacy from Maya Angelou was doing it back in the day, and then now, you know, got Amanda now making noise and, you know, getting shine as well. And she was the youngest poet to read and perform at the inauguration. So that's what's up too at 22. So yeah, shout out to her. But let's talk about another person that was a big star in the inauguration that was just chilling like a mob. You know what I'm saying? My man Bernie.
my man was warm. You can't tell my man wasn't warm. He had to prepare for that weather. But he was super prepared. You in DC, not Alaska, nigga. Like, damn.
Well, you know, Bernie represents Vermont. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that is true.
You know,
So
I mean, he was well prepared. You know what I mean?
He was well prepared.
I'm not fucking with this cold. I'm gonna be out here. I'm gonna have my seat.
I got my
Oh, yeah, tell me what happened.
I got my
hey, tell me what happened.
I got my London Fog cold
What you
one.
mean?
In the back.
Melissa?
I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, oh, you got my text, right?
I did. Yeah. I didn't. I did not have an opportunity to catch up with Bernie. He was out. You know, he was out riding. He was riding around and getting
popping bullies in Drew Hill.
Yeah, he was in Drew Hill. And I was
let's the market right now.
I invited him, you know, but he was like, you know, I'm out here.
Don't worry,
you know what it is.
Don't worry, I'll figure something. I'm gonna do something on when we.
I'm about to go to the harbor. I might go to Ripley's, believe it or not. Then I'm gonna go to Phillips, get a crab cake from Phillips.
You're like, we out here, dummy. You heard me.
But yeah, them memes, man. It's keep going, man. It's like it's so many great ones. It's just like can't even.
Yes.
The Friday lean, the Friday with him leaning like that. That was. Oh my goodness! Between all the hip hop covers, you know, straight out of Vermont.
You know what? I think would be a funny one. Oh, I need to see if I can do this myself. Actually, I ain't gonna make it. Y'all ever seen the George Gervin, George the Iceman?
Oh yeah,
Gervin, the poster back in the day where he's sitting there with the
free shirt, the ice shirt.
Yes. Somebody should do that.
Oh, that would be fire.
Someone did Huey P. Newton with him sitting in a chair with the. They got Bernie. Yo, they got it's so many. The Janet Jackson one, oh, it's hilarious. The cover, I haven't seen that one. The one where when she got someone was holding her titties and they got Bernie over there.
How they got Bernie?
Yo, it is dope though how they did it though. I mean, it's creative. People, you know, I'm telling you, these people, these memes, yo, they be creative. The
internet is undefeated, man.
For real, some of these people need good jobs. They really need to work for like somewhere.
They need to work for us.
Yeah, here you go. Oh dang, you can't see it. Yeah. Okay.
I can't wait. Oh wow.
Yeah, they got Bernie. That's hilarious. Hilarious.
Wow.
But yeah, so many. Just so many. You know, it's just hilarious. You saw the Janet Jackson one, Sean? The picture with Bernie, you know, the infamous picture of her, you know, when someone holding, someone did that too. I'll try to show it, but if you can't really see it on there, I'll probably text it to you. But yeah, Definitely.
Please text it to me. Oh my god.
Yeah. So yeah, it's still going, man. Like I said, the one I found early today with the dirt bike, I was like, yo.
The one where he was sitting with the Wu-Tang Clan, that was kind of.
Yeah.
It was like everything he did. Oh, there was there like a Street Fighter one? Was it he sitting?
Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, okay.
With him, Kamala, and Michelle with the mask on.
That was funny.
And then of course, you know, well, I showed y'all the shout out to Harvey Kent, the artist. He did the Michelle and Barack as T'Challa and Storm.
Yes.
Yeah, I posted it on our page. I posted it on both. Okay. Yeah, he did dope on that too. Also too, someone also did Michelle Obama is saying that she's going to be on Watchmen like 2, like she's the with the.
I did see that.
It's the night. Yeah.
I did see that one.
Yeah. So that's hilarious. But yeah, man. But moving on, man. Yeah.
Real quick before we do move on, let me cut you off. Once again, I have a comment and I have a question for you all. Once again,
what's up?
It just popped up. What you sent me just popped up. I got it. What you sent, Breon? Didn't you just send me the thing?
Oh yeah. Sorry,
it just popped up. I saw it. That's why I'm laughing. Once again, officially, congratulations to President Biden and Vice President Harris. Interested to see what y'all going to do in the y'all 4 years. And yeah, man. I hope and pray that dope things happen in this country. You know, and more positive than negative things happen.
Let's get that student away. No more student loan. Cancel the bitches.
Word. I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
One question dealing with Trump, one dealing with Biden. The first one I'm gonna go with Biden. My Biden question. I've read some reports because he signed off on the stuff dealing with food stamps, stimulus check, the whole Corona thing. And I've read some stuff where like a lot of people think that his stimulus plan isn't a good look and it's going to make the stock market bubble even worse. And I wanted to know if y'all do know this stuff. Like I know I asked y'all this like last week about the plan, but do y'all think that the 1,400 is going to be is not a good plan to provide people with that 1,400?
I don't see why not, but as far as the stock market thing and all that, I mean people need that money.
So let me elaborate a little bit more. So they feel like the people are just going to like get the money and just put it in their savings.
I mean, we don't know. I mean,
or like invest the money in something, not really use it to spend because that's what they give.
I mean, you don't know what people do with that money. I mean, you can't speak on everybody. You don't know. I mean, and also it's none of that damn business. Like it's like I mean, it's like people whatever they do with their money, they do whatever. They want to save it. They want to spend 5 Rolexes, buy a new car, go to strip club, whatever. Who cares?
$1,400 give you 5 Rolexes. Yeah, that's some cheap ass Rolexes.
That's a Rolex. That's a Rolex.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm just.
That's a Lexington market Rolex.
No, shut up. No, I'm just. Like, it was like Mo Money. You remember Mo Money? Yeah. Oh my but no, I'm just saying, like, as far as like, people just buying watches, I'm saying, I don't care how many they buy. Like, it's like, that's what I bet. I meant like say like a certain number. Like, I don't know. That's like,
I thought the stimulus checks though wasn't for people to just go out and spend. It was to spend it on things you need, like food, paying your rent.
Yeah.
So,
whatever you do, I mean,
keep your electricity, keep your heat on and shit. You know what I mean?
Because Yeah, because they were
Some
saying
people
like
got no jobs. So like, yo,
exactly,
Yeah.
and their other thing was like, oh, the people that's getting this don't really need it, and it's like, what the
how
fuck
you
do you
know?
know?
Like, for how you know? Like for real, you can't. Mm. So yeah, I don't. Yes, I mean, whatever what people do with their money, like them. Yeah,
It's their
whatever.
business.
Yeah, their business. Like them. I mean, as far as like it's hurting the stock market, I don't know about all that, but I mean, shoot. I mean, y'all mad because
Not necessarily hurting it. It's like people are going to invest that money in something in the stock market. So it's kind of making the bubble like even bigger than what it is.
if they do, yeah, okay, but if not,
It's that right. Even
keep
if
it
they want to
going.
do Bitcoin.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the Joe Button podcast. They had the guy that does like a financial advisor talking about Bitcoin. It had me thinking about Bitcoin.
Yeah, so it's
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. Did you watch that?
I didn't see it, but I was listening to something else a couple days ago actually,
Yo,
and it was
watch it.
talking about it more as
Yeah.
it was basically saying that the money we use today and the money we use in general has not been backed by anything since
Yeah.
the 70s or something like that.
Mhm.
And you know, if you just keep printing more of it, which is what the Treasury is doing or the Fed is doing, then it just loses its value. So what people have been doing for generations, people who actually have bread like that to preserve their wealth have been you know, you have a certain amount of cash or whatever available to you to do your whatever you got to do, you know, your living expenses and what have you. But then they'll put like a certain amount of it in gold or art or other things that hold their value so that, you know, if they need to, you know, get some cash or something, they can just have these other things and be like, all right, I can sell this. Maybe I put it in gold and it was like $10 an ounce in 1980. Now it's $200 an ounce in 2020. Sell that 1 ounce, I get $20. I get $200 instead of the $10 that originally paid for it.
Yeah.
And so it just preserves their wealth.
Where the
And
money
they were saying,
reside, where the money reside, where the money reside.
and they were saying that Bitcoin might be something like that, where it'll be more of a wealth preserver.
Yes.
Versus
Yeah.
something where you just are kind of going out spending
Bitcoins.
And I was like,
and the one, and the two,
you know.
And the two.
But I'm yeah.
So
which was how long ago was that? Because I might have to check that one out.
It's recent. It's
recent.
Probably the second most recent, maybe third most recent episode they did. Because I watched it Friday, and it was very eye-opening, and it made me want to research it even more because I want to see if other people are saying the same thing that he said. Because you know, certain people might say something that's like, "Oh, okay, cool." And you might go by that, but you didn't do your research and you somehow messed up. I want to read some more into it and actually,
I like that.
Take
I
it
like
serious
that. For sure. No. I started looking for books myself. Matter of fact, on Bitcoin, I was looking for this one particular dude's book, but I guess his isn't on audiobook yet. I'm like, damn it. But but yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's definitely something I'm gonna be looking into and trying to figure out because, you know, everything keep going up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And at some point, something got to give.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, gas is what, $2.50? Like, that's probably closest to the highs I've seen it.
When I first started driving, it was like $1.45 or something like that. You know what I mean? And now, and that was high to people who was used to gas being like 99 cents a gallon or something like that. You know.
Shoot, I remember when Bush was president, and it was like close to almost $4. I'm like, dang. This one they had to also see the situation with Afghanistan and With the oil, the black bush. Sorry, who you cooking? But yeah, it's crazy. But what's the other? Yeah, I'm sorry. What's the other?
Yeah. My second question. What did you guys think of Trump pardoning Wayne, Kodak Black, and Kwame Kilpatrick?
Oh shit, he got Kwame out.
Yeah,
He got Kwame out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said who else? Wayne and who else?
Wayne and Kodak Black.
Right, yeah.
Clown ass.
Just like you
I
said.
figured he
Just
was
like you
gonna pardon
said.
Wayne.
I'm not even.
He's like ditto. He's like ditto. That part. And his West Coast, that part.
Yeah.
I just figured he would pardon Wayne because that's like his people's. I guess his people.
He supported him.
You know,
but Lamar asked.
Like,
I heard that Lamar Jackson asked.
He did. Lamar Jackson did, and I was like,
He asked him to pardon Kodak.
Yeah. I heard that.
Yeah, I heard that.
Is he cool with Kodak?
Yeah, they Florida boys.
Okay, that's how I figured it was some kind of connection like that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he did what you're supposed to do for your peoples.
I mean, the whole pardon list that he did, like from between not just
Joe Exotic ass still in prison.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
get me the fuck out so I can kill that bitch Carol Baskins right now. I got guns ready for that bitch. I got bullets. I literally have bullets with her name on them motherfuckers. I'm gonna get that bitch right now, Carol Baskins. And I'm gonna make a whole album on how I'm gonna kill that bitch.
I think he's already made an album.
Yeah, bro. Got the heavy hitters on the features. Like, yeah, what you gonna do, Snoop?
Him and R. Kelly could collab on the album.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Damn.
I'm gonna hit that bitch and peed on her. Peed on her.
I'm gonna kill that bitch.
And I
If they ain't too busy beating that nigga up, could they beat that nigga up in jail?
Drip, drip, drip.
R. Kelly?
Yeah. A report came out saying that
Yeah.
did a nigga punch him or slap something? They did something to that nigga.
And he has to be like, yeah, that's crazy.
Is he in solitary?
Yes, yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, he's
yeah.
literally trapped in the closet, huh?
Yeah.
No more bumping grinding. Hey, yeah. Yes, I got one.
Because I like you and I want you, R. Kelly. The booty's my booty. I do it
on that booty.
Got my booty. Booty.
I'm killing me with this shit. All right, but as far as like the other pardons, like Steve Bannon's out.
Yes.
Roger Stone, the whole crew.
Who?
Roger Stone.
I thought you said Dr. Stone. I'm like, what you know about Dr. Stone? I never watched that anime yet, Dr. Stone.
Yeah, I know a little something. But anyway,
what you know about Dr. Stone? How many episodes have you watched, for real?
No, I heard about it. I ain't watched it. I'm saying I heard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
well,
heard
you don't know shit then.
Respectfully.
I know. Respectfully. I know who that is. I know.
Respectfully, fuck you. Respectfully. Respectfully, you ain't shit. Respectfully. Kiss my ass. Respectfully.
Respectfully. I'm gonna do Donovan.
Right.
I'm gonna do Donovan Mitchell. I'm gonna do Donovan Mitchell. All right. You heard about that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I seen that.
Oh, what did he do?
Shaq.
So Shaq was talking.
Yeah.
Go ahead, B. You talk.
That's right. It was what was it? Thursday or Friday? Thursday.
How he was just a superstar. He's not a superstar player or something like that.
Yeah, but he said it. Shaq said it to Donovan after the game.
He said it to her. Yeah. After they won the game.
Oh, he said it to him.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
They had it. Donovan had the questions. Q&A with Kenny and Ernie and them. So Shaq had his piece. You say, hey, I want you to do better. I said, you was slacking these past couple times. And Donovan was like looking at him like, all right. He's like, I've been here now all my life. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. And he was like, yeah, I just want you to tell you that, motivate you. I appreciate that. But it was like awkward. All right, like Chuck was like straight up. I expect more from you, youngin. Wow. He was just like, all right.
But also he did give him his props though, because he wanted to hear him say, you know, they've been saying this about me since my rookie year. You know, all I've been doing is putting in work, getting better. You know, boom, 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 boom. Mm-hmm. And Shaq was like, "Cool, that's what I wanted to hear from you." Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. So, yeah, it was one of those kind of things. It wasn't like a, man, I'm just shitting on you.
Yeah, but it was like tough love.
All right,
it was
and
like
that's
tough
it.
Love.
You know,
that tough love.
It was like I want to see how you respond to this.
But they did ask like KD and LeBron how they felt about it, and like a couple people like, yeah, they like, it's like mixed. Like people's like understand what Shaq was doing. Some of them were like, yeah, well, these old players need to shut the hell and let us play the game. You know, I'm like, yo. So it was a mix.
Speaking of KD, he's looking like KD.
Yeah,
that's what they saying.
You know what I mean?
That's what they're saying he's looking like an MVP out there.
And
even though they lost to Cleveland twice.
True.
Shout out to Colin Sexton. Yo, he just killing it. Just go. I ain't calling him, but they said they call. Tommy said they call him. Like I ain't calling him that. I'm just kidding. But he's been killing it though. He definitely
He's always been a dope player. Like even in college, he was nice. Mm-hmm. You know, but now he got a little bit of a team around him, thanks to Larry Nance. I thought was good.
Yeah, he's good.
You know, so, but now that he got like some more players that can really, you know, do damage on that
then the
court.
veteran support from Kevin Love.
Cleveland could, yeah. Karis LeVert, Jared Allen. You know, oh no, my bad. LeVert went to Houston. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but Jared Allen, that was crazy too. He dunked on his
Jared Allen. Yeah,
he dunked on his old team.
Yeah, so Cleveland could try to slide up in the playoffs, maybe for that eighth spot, maybe fight to get it.
Everybody's fighting for that eighth spot for that. Both sides really, East and West.
Well, I mean, it's still young. The season is still young, so we see what happens.
What about them Knicks though? Like, whoa, Knicks, the Knickerbockers.
The Knicks are balling.
Yes.
Julius Randle is an all-star this year. Big facts. Yo, where is Dennis Smith?
Oh, he not on there?
I thought he was on the Knicks.
Yeah. Is he on the Knicks still?
Yeah.
I thought he was.
Because every time when I see highlights, I always see Randle or RJ Barrett, who is balling too.
Yeah, he balling too. But I thought he's still with them. I think
he probably is. And when I try to look at the you know, when NBA TV, when they show you the highlights, they show you the list of the names and their stats. I didn't see his name, so I didn't know what was going on. Maybe I just haven't seen him.
Well, he's probably injured. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, no, KD, he's doing this thing. If y'all want to keep it basketball, we can stay with basketball for a little bit. You know what I mean? We could talk about what you brought up, B. I know in a couple days, Tuesday, I want to say Tuesday.
Before that, but yeah, definitely. Before that, we get to that. But like, Friday was the 15-year anniversary of Kobe hitting 81. What was y'all at that time when that happened? When he scored 81? Yeah,
I don't recall.
Yeah,
I was at a family barbecue.
On January, okay.
Oh, damn,
okay.
But I'll be right back. I'm about to flip the burgers over. Y'all want some cheese? You want cheese?
Yeah, for real. Okay.
This was what?
2006.
This was 06?
Yeah.
January, I was in Blacksburg trying to figure out
Sunday. I remember that.
How the hell I'm gonna graduate. And yeah, I think I was just a broke college kid still trying to get it together in that final semester. And I think I was checking Sports Center and all that on the regular, but you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I was just like, damn. You know what I mean? I wasn't watching it live, that's for sure.
Yeah,
But when I seen it, it was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found out. I found out from Sports Center. Yes, the ticker. They like, Kobe scored 81. I thought that was a typo. I was like, what? I was like, yeah.
I think it's funny though. You know, now that Jalen Rose has come up in the broadcasting and the you know the sports talking head world. You know, everybody kind of acts as though he scored 81 on Jalen. And it's funny, you know, Jalen will say, yeah, I got a healthy 18 of that 81. But the thing that he talks about most is that Kobe was just focused that night. You know, he wasn't talking shit. He wasn't, you know, mean mugging. He wasn't, you know, none of that. He was just focused, putting in work. And the Lakers needed that 81 out of Kobe that night.
Yeah, because this was when they were kind of struggling a little.
This was with Kwame Brown.
Mm-hmm.
So this was the pre-Pau Gasol. Yeah, this is when Kwame Brown was on the squad.
And the Toronto Raptors had Chris Bosh, Mo Peterson.
Yes. Yes.
Who else they had? I want to say Jerome Williams. I think he was in there. I think no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Still there?
I don't think so. No, but I remember. Yeah, Sam Mitchell was the coach.
Mm-hmm. Was Vince still there?
No.
Well, Vince had got traded.
Yeah, he was already in
Jersey.
Jersey, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was Jersey or Dallas, one of them.
That was Jersey because them Nets squads, I think, they didn't make the finals with Vince, but they had a couple playoff runs.
He wasn't there with them.
He made the playoffs.
I thought he was there with them.
Yeah, he made the playoffs. Yeah, but they didn't make it to the finals.
Yeah, they didn't make the finals though. That was when it was
I thought they made the finals in 02, no?
No.
But we talk about 06.
Yeah, 06, yeah.
But this is the 06 version of the Nets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
So I think Jason Kidd was still there.
Yeah. But, Vince was in Toronto. That's when him and Iverson went at it at
in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, Eastern Conference. Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been. It'd have been interesting.
Actually, that was a year before. I'm sorry. That's when the AI played against the Lakers. That's when because if that they was in the
that was 05?
No, 01. Oh, it was 01.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was 01.
I'm sorry. My fault. 01.
Yeah,
it was 01. So I'm like, yeah, it was before that. 01 when Vince. Yeah, because Vince, he almost, if he made that shot, they probably would have won the game and made it to the final.
That's what I was about to say. If he could have hit, if that shot would have rimmed in instead of rimmed out.
Yeah.
Oh,
they still would have lost to the Lakers though. But
yeah,
you know, but
actually no, I'm sorry, because I think that was the semis, because the Eastern Finals they had to play the Bucks. It was somebody, but yeah, but it's what it is. But definitely I don't know, but it's like yeah.
There's a funny commercial too that they had where it was like, oh yeah, where he ran into Kobe in like a restaurant or whatever.
Yeah, actually, it was part of his pilot. It was a pilot TV show he had called Jalen Hates Everybody.
He was like, "How many olives you want in your drink?" He was like, "Let me see. I have 81."
Yeah.
Net facial expressions against someone at this family too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, people don't know how. Yo, Kobe was a great actor, like for real. Like from that, and then there's like a couple of stuff he did. He was like really good on the acting thing. So it was like and the people were like, his sense of humor was so underrated. People like didn't know like how funny he was. But yeah, it was a pilot that Jalen Rose was trying to do. It was like the creators of Modern Family. So you can tell it had that like that style.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. He was trying to have a show out, but it only had that one pilot, and then it didn't. Networks wasn't cool with it.
Where was I? I know I wasn't watching that game when they happened. Like y'all, I found out about it through Sports Center, and I was surprised. Like, daggone, he dropped 81 on those guys, and I think just about every time they showed the highlight, it didn't look good for Jalen Rose on his end. Like it just made him look like dog, retire, please. You know. But yeah, that was a remarkable feat. And a great moment in his life as a player. But like I was saying earlier, Tuesday will make it a year that he has passed. And wanted to know from you all, damn it. Wanted to know from you all what moment. I know we talked about it when he passed, like, your favorite moments, but what do you think Kobe, with the Lakers winning winning that championship back in October, like, do you guys think that was in the stars, that the stars was aligned for that to happen because of what happened to Kobe? Because I felt like when it happened, I was like, oh man, they on the road. I was like, they gotta win this one for him. Like, it's so crazy how it happened. And then once you go back and you realize like how great of a player he was and what he meant for a lot of players that's in the league now, it's like, man. And then even when he was in the Last Dance documentary for a little bit, and spoke on how he pretty much, got his style from MJ, like he was a great influence and he was like a big brother to him. It's like, do you guys think that, his legacy didn't go unforgotten? Like we'll give certain people their props, like we didn't open up with this, but R.I.P. to Hank Aaron and R.I.P. to Larry King. Both were legends in their respective form. I mean, in their respective
fields.
Fields, yes, thank you. What is it? But I feel like we're gonna say rest in peace and talk about him and just kind of move on. But it seemed like with Kobe, especially if you're into basketball, it just sticks with you. What is it about his legacy that made it stick to you, that still make you talk about him and things of that nature? Kind of like.
Good. I was gonna say, because you had like two questions already.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm like trying to answer.
My bad.
So the first one you said about the Lakers, was it like fate? Star, aligning for them to win a championship for, in honor to Kobe. Yeah, I do believe that. Even before Kobe's tragedy, the Lakers was already, people said the team.
Sure, the number one team in the league.
Yeah, and, they were going to say that they was going to win a championship. So, but what happened with Kobe and Gigi and all them, can't forget about, the other the people in the tragedy too. But like,
oh no, I'm not forgetting them.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But it's like, yeah, but just want to shout them out. But also, like, especially with Kobe, like, because it's part of the Lakers organization and he was the legend. But yeah, definitely, like, when Kobe passed, it was like, because they was on a roll before, and then afterwards, everything just stopped for them, and then all of a sudden they just really, a lot was going on, and they just felt like, they had to do it for him, and also too with the pandemic happening and all that. And it was like so much was going on. It definitely was like even they talk about it. They told that LeBron and Rob Pelinka, his agent, Kobe's agent, former agent, and now manager of the Lakers. They was they had talked to him about it when they won the championship, and also too when the season started, and how they think that definitely Kobe was like it was like kind of a spiritual awakening, and between the team, but they all came together during that time from the pandemic, and then Kobe's death, and then during that bubble, definitely felt like it was definitely a much needed one for not just Kobe's family, but for the organization and for the city of LA. So yeah, but as the other question, Kobe, I mean, come on, man, he was one of the greatest ever to play the game, and definitely I will say, like I said before, he was definitely the heir apparent to MJ. Like you said, he studied his every move, and he was definitely MJ was big brother. I do wish like they doing
MJ's little brother.
MJ. No, I'm saying I was talking about as far as MJ.
Oh, MJ being his big brother.
Yeah,
okay, I see what you're saying.
But no, I was definitely as far as the Last Dance documentary, I did want it like a little more like on the I know they talked to Kobe more than just about how he felt, but like I thought that Kobe was going to be on some other like they could have like ask Kobe about his point of views on certain Bulls moments that happened during the documentary. I thought I wanted to see that as well, but I mean it was still cool for what they did. Nice little pay homage to him, tribute to him. But yeah, but Kobe was the best way I would do it. He was definitely part of that great class of the '96. So that class was like one of the best draft classes in my opinion. So definitely I mean and also what he was doing, like you saying, this guy he had a successful post NBA career too, that most NBA players you hear like, oh, they became commentators, or what I'm saying, or coaches, and or own businesses, many businesses. But yeah, but Kobe, I mean, he had a business too, but he had like something going for him with the entertainment field, the books, and he won an Oscar for and he was doing so much more. He had a lot going for him that everybody was looking forward to seeing, and also too, he was being a great motivational speaker, and also to the Mama Academy too, and also too, like I said, with Gigi, it's just sad, she had a future too, so it was like damn. So like yeah, and he had a lot going for him too post NBA retirement, so it was just definitely sad.
Tommy.
I'm gonna answer it backwards. I'm gonna say people just remember Kobe. If you watched him play, you knew that he was heavily influenced by MJ, and just his mentality, just his approach to the game, and the intensity. He just wanted to win.
Hard work. He fought through the scars and the injuries.
Fam, you had your time, dog.
I know. I'm just saying. I was just
no, I was just fucking with you. But yes, he played.
I was waiting for somebody like it was like one of us was gonna do it. Like, yo, for real, man, don't cut me. Like we did like 17 episodes. Like I was waiting for somebody. Like, yo, man, for real, man, you had your time.
Oh, but he played like people talk about load management. Nah, I want none of that shit.
Yeah.
Kobe played and that's one thing. Like, James Harden gets a bad rap with everything that just kind of happened with Houston, but James Harden be playing. You know what I'm saying? Rarely gets hurt. Rarely just misses games for load man, if ever, for load management. He plays. Kobe plays. Played hurt. Played injured. The time when he tore his Achilles, I think, or ruptured his Achilles in Golden State, he shot the free throws.
2 free throws, yep.
And then he went to the locker room after, you know what I mean? Came
He didn't ask for a wheelchair like Paul Pierce because he had to take a shit.
So yeah, so that's you know, if you're an NBA fan, if you're a hoops fan, and you witnessed his career, you can't, you know what I mean? You can't like just gloss over that. You know what I mean? It's impossible. With the Lakers winning the chip last year, and if I think, you know, that the tragedy happening and you know, helping motivate them or will them to win that championship. These niggas got LeBron and AD.
Yeah, what more do you want? So,
Kobe would have been in the bubble watching, celebrating with them. Okay,
yeah.
like I just believe it might have gave them a little, you know, maybe just a little like extra little motivation, like you know, we want to win it to Kobe. It would have made it that much more special. Dude, they just wanted to finish it with a championship, not just because, you know, they want to win themselves, but also, you know, to celebrate Kobe's memory, so to speak. So yeah, now if you would have been like Portland won last year, you know, and let's say Kobe was part of the Blazers franchise, but they got the squad that they had last year and then they won, yes, then I would have said that. But the Lakers had LeBron, AD, they was clearly the best squad. You know, I don't really think they needed any extra motivation.
There were some people saying that on paper the Clippers were a better team than the Lakers.
Clippers didn't even make it to the Western Conference Finals, though.
I'm just going by. Listen, I said what's on paper. I know there's a difference, but I know some people that I had conversations with that are into basketball like we are. That said, I can see the Clippers beating the Lakers. I think they have a better team
this year.
No,
last
year.
I mean,
last season. I know people that were saying that. They were saying on paper, Clippers were a better team, and they can see the Lakers losing to the Clippers, and the Clippers would go to the finals.
Well, people was also too looking forward for the battle LA, so it was like, yo.
So my thing was, yes, the Clippers had a squad, but it, like you said, Tommy, it was LeBron and AD, and I've always felt like with what you said, they had LeBron and AD. That is true, but we've seen it where
and playoff Rondo.
Yeah, and Rondo, and it's like for a while, but we've seen for a while when he gets these other people on his teams, like it might take a year or something like that for them to really click or for them to reach, you know, the finals or even, you know, win a championship. But I've seen it where it has worked for a minute, and then along the lines, maybe people got hurt or it just wasn't the same, and next thing you know, LeBron went to another team. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I get what you're saying. He got LeBron and AD, but I do feel like with what happened, it was more of an oomph to it for them to really go hard and, you know, actually win the chip. You know what I mean? So now I you know, I really do get what you mean.
Well, I agree with you as far as like that's, you know, people was definitely saying that, you know what I mean? The Clippers got Kawhi, they got Paul George, you know, they had Lou Williams on the squad, who's been, you know, Mr. Six Man forever.
They had three 6 men to choose from, you know.
Montrezl Harrell, who's now with the Lakers.
Patrick Beverly.
And that's all.
So, you know, they, you know, Doc Rivers coaching, you know, the Clippers had a squad, no doubt. But they also did not make it to the Western Conference Finals.
Oh yeah, I know that. I mean, so, I obviously see me. You got to explain it to me, bro.
Well, I'm just saying, on paper is on paper, but you know, you got to actually, you got to actually play these out. That's I remember. I think I've mentioned this in an earlier pod before we was talking about like, you know what, just got to give LeBron his due, or even you know, Tom Brady, you know, Michael Jordan back in the day, the cats who just seem to always be winning or always in the mix.
Tiger Woods.
You know, it's something to be said for the folks who, like, you know, it's one thing to be expected to get there. It's another thing to get there
Continuously be there.
and finish the deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you got to give props to those folks. And with LeBron in particular, like LeBron is like PhD level in NBA now. You know what I'm saying? So like the bubble was a whole new situation for everybody. The pandemic, you know, hitting the world and disrupting life as we know it. But as far as just the squad in general and you know what I mean, as far as their squad in general and you know being there for, you know, AD just being there, that's his first season with the Lakers and everything. It's kind of like, to me, I feel like LeBron is kind of like you know, the same way a lot of cats looked up to Kobe and grew up watching Kobe. A lot of these dudes grew up watching LeBron too. You know, and I think from what everything I read or everything you hear about LeBron is he's like you know, he's achieved the success that he has achieved, but also in terms of just being a teammate and a leader and making sure everybody is, you know, focused and feeling, you know, a part of things and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. You know, it just didn't. I think the Kobe passing added a little extra just to that organization as a whole, you know, the Lakers franchise as a whole. But I mean, when you got LeBron, who's been tested, played in several finals, seen and done all kind, just damn near everything you can do in basketball, if not everything you can do in basketball.
Right.
I mean, shoot, they took out the 7-3-9 Warriors in the finals, down 3-1. You know, you know, I just feel like it was.
Stop looking at Chloe doing the Buster Challenge.
Oh, well, that was awesome too, but no, it was shorty. That was, I don't know.
We supposed to be pine. This nigga looking at bitches doing the Buster Challenge.
Whoa. Whoa.
God damn it. Looking at a certain young lady, sorry, doing the Buster Challenge. Come on. Let's focus on this pie.
So, yeah.
I'm focused. Okay.
Yeah, you focus on the wrong damn thing.
Focus on all this scattered ass.
Thank you, Martin. Bad boys. Thank you.
I got this, partner.
Y'all need to leave Summer Walker alone. If she want to do the Buster Challenge while pregnant, let her do it.
Summer Walker pregnant?
Yeah.
Yes. By landing on the track.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's what's going to be on the baby colors. They got, you know, what they had the name and how much they weigh in London.
It's baby London on the track.
Sorry, my bad. Tommy, go ahead. Michael.
Anyway,
Chloe, though. Look good, girl.
This has just gone all over the place.
Yeah,
R.I.P. Kobe. Lakers is looking great again this season. They've gotten better. They've improved from last season. Added some pieces.
Hey, I remember not long after Kobe passed, this question came up. Should Kobe be the logo?
No.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, I did. Cause at first I was thinking about it, and I was like, "Well, shoot, if that's the case, well, I mean, well, Kobe passed, but I mean, other Laker legends passed too, like a Wilt Chamberlain and all that. But it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I saw some cool ones with the Kobe, but I mean, if they change it for him, that's cool. If not, I'm not tripping. I know they asked Jerry West, and they was like, yeah, you know, he wanted to switch it up.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean,
I don't think Jerry West. I would think Jerry West would be all for it. To be honest, I don't even think even if Kobe hadn't passed, and let's say it was MJ or somebody else, I don't think Jerry West would feel any kind of way about it.
Yeah.
But
I think he's tired of it too. Like, yeah, I'm not the logo. Like, for real, don't compare me to the NBA, man.
Don't call me that.
Yeah, for real. Other great players besides me. Yeah.
yo, and there's probably some hater that don't care for him. Oh, look who it is. It's Mr. Logo. What's going on?
Yeah, it didn't mention another player that was better. Bill Russell was better. It's like for real. Mr. Pete was better than you. Like, oh,
you know, it's funny
right,
too. Like, I was listening to All the Smoke a couple weeks ago, and they was talking about Jerry West. But they was talking about him in a way I never heard anybody ever talk about Jerry West. And they said, like, Jerry West is cool as shit. Like,
yeah.
Like, Jerry West is cool as fuck. Nigga he got swag, you know what I mean? Walk like a ball player. You could tell. He said when the Warriors had won, I think it was the last one that they did win.
Mm-hmm.
And Steven Jackson was in the building because, you know, he was on one of those. He was on the We Believe Warriors team when they knocked Dirk and them out in the first round as an AC, and he was just back in the back, you know, celebrating with people and whatnot in the tunnel, and there was a lot of people around Jerry West talking to him. And Jerry West saw him. This was the first time he had ever actually kind of got a chance to talk to him. But Steven Jackson was kind of just walking by because he seen, you know, it was all this stuff going on around Jerry West. Jerry West seen him, was like, "Hey, come here, you motherfucker!" And he just grabbed him and hugged him. He was like, you know, I never got a chance to tell you, but I loved you when you were he just loved the kind of player and the style and everything that Steven Jackson had, and he was just like, yo, Jerry West really fucked with me, like as a player, and I was like, oh, that's what's up. That's you never hear stories like that. You just
Like
hear
that,
like the MJ I want to Allen Iverson mentioned. Every time, a couple times when he went to MJ, he's like, "What up, little bitch?" like yo, like
no. AI was like, AI told MJ like, "Yo, I'm a fan of you," and MJ was like, "Well, if you were a big fan of me, why you cross me up like that? That's fucked up."
Oh man, I like. Them stories is the funniest. Like the Kevin Garnett joint when he was on that podcast too.
Yeah, that was hilarious too.
Oh man, when he was talking about being on the court playing against Jordan,
talking trash. He
was like, "Yeah, you feel it." He was like, when you around that greatness, you feel. You was looking at him. He's like, "Okay, I see the shoes, you know, the short style, you know."
Yeah, the Kobe stories was good too.
I did want to say one thing. You said a while back about LeBron, and I asked that because about the logo, because I feel like I think Kobe would be an interesting person to be to be the new logo, and I could see, you know, LeBron being a possible person for the logo because kind of going to what you said, like. Granted, you know, he ain't got a lot of championships like, you know.
Well, he don't have as many.
Kobe. Yeah, he don't have as many. But
yet.
But yes. But at the same time, he's made a powerful impact in the game. Like you said, it's a lot of people in the game.
I think I would tell you this. I agree with you. If it does change to anybody, I would be more in favor of it being LeBron than Kobe. And I'll say, because I say that because, like Michael Jordan, for instance, Mike was Mike. Mike was dope. He was the man. But you know, when it came down to like business or social issues, you know, he just kind of kept it quiet, you know, and, you know, didn't cause no controversy or none of that shit. But, you know, Nothing against who he is as a person or, you know, who he was as a ball player, you know. But that's what that was. With Kobe, it was the same thing. And Kobe was more of a, you started to see more of Kobe and who he was and the kind of person he was beyond an athlete.
Yeah.
Much later in his career, and then, you know, in a couple years since he retired, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like LeBron is sort of like a great ambassador for the game, you know what I mean, in general, because he's basically been under a microscope since he was like 15, 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He's not only lived up to that, but exceeded all of those expectations.
Mm-hmm.
He's become a family man, businessman, you know, great, all-time great NBA player, ambassador for the game, advocate for social justice and different things. And he's kind of like I don't want to say the blueprint, but he's kind of like just kind of like the pinnacle of everything that you could hope to achieve as an athlete, and then beyond that, you know, just as a human being and as a productive member of society, and as a Black man in a predominantly Black league, you know. So if anybody, I would say LeBron, because of not just what he's done on the court, but everything that he has done and accomplished off the court, and will probably continue to do once his playing career is over.
Yeah. I agree 100% with you on that.
So, and, you know, championship wise, you know, looking like he could get that 5th ring this season.
Yes, sir.
And there's nothing to really indicate that he couldn't get 6, maybe 7 by the time it's all said and done, depending on, you know, how things shake out with the Lakers. And
you
know
what
I mean?
Ill if like he wins up till he about 40, and then when he hit about 40, he's like, it was fun. I'm out. That'd be a dope way to go out for real.
when the chip, call it a career.
Yeah.
If
you want back to back chips like that, like,
oh yeah, if they did, let's say they do a 3-peat. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Yeah. You know.
That's storybook right there. You know?
It is. It is, man.
And you could even say, you could argue with people, you can have a much better argument now, I think, if you say who was the greatest, MJ or LeBron or whoever.
Yeah, keep forgetting about Kobe, and that conversation comes about. They like skip Kobe, and like everybody, you know, even Shaq said it. Who else said it? A couple people said that, like, yeah, why they skip Kobe on that conversation? So it's like, it's still hilarious. Even before he passed, they were like, they still skipped him. Like, yeah, when it comes to that debate. But
of the logo?
No, as far as who's better, Bron or MJ. That's like the whole, and it's crazy.
Yeah. I look at it that I mean, MJ was 6 for 6. MJ was the man from the jump. I mean, he wasn't, you know, he had to work his way up, getting to the playoffs and winning championships and all of that kind of stuff. But, you know, he came in, you know, getting buckets. And LeBron, I look at it as the same way. He came in the league, you know, averaging, I want to say 20 plus. Kobe, it took him a little bit to get to.
It did.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying like, Yeah, it took him. It took him maybe. I want to say he was an all-star in his rookie year, even though
Yeah, he was the youngest. He was the youngest.
His second
year. Second year.
And he was coming off the bench.
Yeah, he was the youngest. And he did the first ever did that.
You know, so great, still great in his own right. Yes, of course. You know, one of the all-time greats. But I say it took him a little bit to get there, and then it also took him a little bit to learn how to kind of bring a team together so that the team can win. You know what I mean? Versus just kind of wearing and grinding on teammates and just beating them down. Like, I think had he got that last wrinkle a little sooner, who's to say he couldn't have 6, 7, 8 rings? You know what I mean? And yeah,
I think I wouldn't put me personally. I didn't put Kobe in that category, in that situation, in that debate. Excuse me, because if there wasn't for MJ, there'd be no Kobe.
mm-hmm.
And Kobe has said it on the like I learned everything from MJ. His style of play was like MJ.
And MJ will say if it was no Dr. J, there would be no Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a thing. So, but it was just a thing where I felt like, I mean, I get why people try to have that debate with it, but I've always or it's more so like who's the better out of like MJ, Kobe, and LeBron, and I kind of sided a little bit more with. I mean, MJ's up there, but I went LeBron after him, and then I went Kobe, and I went with that route because LeBron to me was a better leader than what Kobe was to me. And
I agree with you.
And thanks. And I felt like with he had a I feel like his impact. I did, like I said before, I never seen so many people like when he's like, yo, I'm going to this team, and other players, whether they be a superstar player or an up and coming like all-star or even like just a solid veteran, be like, I'm going where the money is. I'm going where the chip is. That's where the chip is. I'm about to go over there and play with him. I've never seen, a lot of people do that, and over the years it's been happening so much. So for him to have that strong of an impact, and then, like you said, his what he does outside outside of basketball is very inspiring. You know what I mean? I know what Charles Barkley said back in the day about how he's not a role model and all that, but LeBron is a role model. you know, um, and and I've also heard where people think that Kobe is better than Michael because Mike didn't have as much competition in his position versus Kobe.
Yeah.
I know somebody that was like, yo, it took for the Detroit Pistons to bully him to get big. And I'm like, okay, what's wrong with that?
But also don't sleep on the Knicks too. Because John Starks did cause problems, some problems, and who else? The Knicks.
He did, but like to quote the late great Fife Dog, fuck around and have your heart like Jordan had Starks.
Yeah.
So Jordan got his get back off of it.
Yeah, he
and
did.
At the same time, who has more rings?
True, but it was a great game. Like they was battling.
Oh yeah, the East was it was crazy because you had Chicago, New York, Boston was kind of there a little bit. Orlando was there, a little later on, Miami, like late 90s, Miami was coming up. You know what I mean?
Hey.
And Indiana was not too many people talk about Indiana like that, but Indiana had a team. You know,
Hey Sean, did you have to go somewhere at 5:30?
I'm about to leave in a few.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so I more so when I thought about that of Kobe had a better, had more competition, I was like, I mean, yeah, but I don't think it would have changed how Jordan impacted the game, you know, and what he did for real.
Mhm.
And so
Mm,
I still think he would be the greatest. I think he would still be considered the greatest. You know what I mean? Like when they were showing the last dot when he went against Indiana and some other teams, and him kind of going back and forth with Reggie Miller. I mean, Reggie was just a shooter. He just ran around and shot the ball. He really wasn't playing defense like that, but still, they were still competitive guys. You know, so
yeah, I think, and that's how I really kind of looked at Reggie back in the day too. But I over time now, I'm like, and you go back and look at some of them teams and just watch the shit evolve, the game evolve over the years. I do have a lot more respect for Reggie Miller and those Pacer teams, but no, I wouldn't put Reggie on the same level as Kobe, as Jordan, as you know any of them dudes. Even though he was great in his own right,
he
but
was
nah, I wouldn't
great
put him on that
shooter.
level.
He's a great shooter, but not overall player. Did Steph pass him?
He passed him yesterday.
Congrats to Steph Curry.
Oh, Steph passed him.
Steph
See,
passed
that's
him.
what's crazy too, because like Steph got another 10 years.
And I thought
Yes.
he already passed him. I
Did he
really did.
pass?
I
Did he
did too.
pass?
I thought he was already like
I thought
top
he,
three.
yeah, I thought
I
he
know he
already.
passed.
You know what I'm saying?
I know he passed them in the playoffs, and I think he might have passed Ray Allen in the playoffs too, as far
Yeah.
as like threes. But
Oh
but
yeah.
just for career all time, um, you know. But so what's Steph now? If he just passed Reggie, so he's got to be like top. He got to
He's
be
four.
like top
Four.
five right now.
Is he four? No. What is he?
I don't know, but he's definitely up there. But it's like I thought. Yeah, I swear to
He's
goodness.
definitely top five.
Yeah,
Yeah.
top 5. So I thought he definitely passed that mark already.
And Clay would have probably been passing him too, but now he's basically missing 2 seasons,
Mm-hmm.
thanks to
Sucks,
injury.
man.
And
I ride for Clay. I like Clay. Clay's a good overall player.
you know what I mean. So I definitely think Clay would be probably
You're still
passing
looking at
him.
Danny Green like, all right, you ain't forget. Like Danny Green. All right,
Mm-hmm.
we ain't forget you. No, I'm shooting ass. Not what they saying. I'm saying. No, I'm just saying. Someone. I don't know if you saw that video. Someone did. Like it was a fan heckling him in Philly. He said, "Come on, yo, what you doing? Make some shots." And Danny Green said, "Yo, I got 3 rings, nigga." Like
You ain't gonna get 4 shooting like that. Anywho.
yeah. But
Anyways.
um,
So what next? What next?
I wanted to also like since we pay respect to Kobe, I also like we did have mentioned like pay respects to two greats that passed, Hank Aaron and Larry King. That was definitely Hank Aaron was definitely, to me, he is well, we have Josh Gibson, who they say he's the Black Babe Ruth, and Hank Aaron, he did surpass Babe Ruth in the home runs, and then years later, then Barry Bonds, but that's a asterisk on that one. So yeah. But Hank Aaron definitely, Hammer. And also too, that's where MC Hammer got the name from when he met him.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, when Hammer was
that,
a ball boy for the Oakland A's. I forgot the year, but Hank Aaron played for the Brewers at the time. And then also, yeah, it was like his last years playing for the league. So someone's from the Brewers say, "Oh my goodness, hey Hank, this is a boy that looks just like you. You should take a picture with him." And that was Hammer when he was a ball boy, and they took a picture. So yeah, and that's where Hammer got the name Hammer.
Wow.
Yeah, but he definitely Hank Aaron. I was more impressed with what he did, post retirement when he, gave back as much as can. He gave back to HBCUs with the scholarships, and also he owned so many businesses. It was ain't funny. So it's like, yeah, he's mostly remembered for passing Babe Ruth for the home run, and also to that story alone, him getting death threats and racist remarks all over, and also he was the last one out of the Negro League to make it into the pros. And that was another thing too, because he wasn't in the Negro Leagues for like a short time, but now but definitely,
was it?
Yeah, I looked it up.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Yeah. So he and then Larry King, come on man, that man was, when you think of broadcast media, you can't help but think about Larry King. Or it was just like, so definitely rest in peace to both of them.
RP with both of those gentlemen. Hank Aaron, true home run king. No disrespect to Barry Bonds, or I'm gonna just say Barry Bonds because Barry Bonds was nice before the steroids.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I'm saying? Those other niggas.
He didn't have as much swag as Ken Griffey, but
yeah, Ken Griffey didn't.
Oh,
yeah, Ken
no
Griffey had
doubt.
swag. Yeah,
No
Ken
doubt.
Griffey like,
Griffey,
I got
not
this.
that
I'm
just
out.
look swag. Did he bot? And then he just like jog like.
Yeah,
the wrong thing.
True.
Why did you pitch it to me like that? You knew I was gonna hit that shit,
right? and then be in the bench, hat to the back on some TLC, just chilling.
Don't say that. Wow, they'll take it back.
Junior Griffey, yes, for sure.
His shoes was on point. The Nike shoes.
They still on point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, still fucking with the Griffies.
I wanted one's junior year. I was mad with this one guy. He had all the colors. I'm like, bruh, give me one. I just want one. I was working at Finish Line at the time. I was like, yo, I like that.
First of all, you should not take anything from those drug dealers back in the day. It's like, how is a nigga affording all of that?
I don't know, but
and you work at the damn store and can't get that shit.
I'm too busy. Actually, no, I'll take that back. I'm sorry. This is before I got Finish Line. This was like, I'm sorry, but still, I was
okay.
I was in my hooping days. Still, I was still on that M1-ish.
My M1-ish.
Had mad M1 slipper sneakers on.
Yeah, the slip on. Yeah,
he had mad flavors of them shit.
I never had no M1 kicks, man. How was that?
It was good. I had the first one. I had the first Stephon Marbury ones. Because he was the first one that I got that. Then I had the chai cheese that Vince Carter had in the slam dunk. I had the baby blue ones and the all black and red ones.
They had some dope T-shirts. My man with no face was talking shit.
Yeah, and I had all the T-shirts. I had the shorts.
Absolutely.
Actually, I still got the shorts. I'm like, yo.
Oh yeah, I can get the shorts too at Walmart.
Yes.
Right.
And when I saw they was at Walmart, I was like, bad.
Yeah, and the socks. I'm like, oh, they got socks now?
And they got the shoes, and it was like, how
the
mighty have fallen.
Socks, yes.
So let's look at the socks and the shorts.
Well, they was comfortable though. They was like really.
Y'all come to the crib, y'all will definitely see me rocking some M1 joints.
Yeah, but they was comfortable, the shoes and all that. So it was definitely yeah.
Yeah, man. Salute to those two. Thank you for your contributions in your respective fields. I found out about Larry King yesterday morning at the barbershop, and I was like, yo, for real? Like, crazy. Hank Aaron, I think I said something to my mom, and she was like, "I'm sorry, I already thought he was dead."
Yeah, my mom.
Damn.
Every time when I mention about, yo, for real. Every time when I
I was like,
mention,
"Damn, man."
every time I mention someone that's like, especially if they up there, like in the 80s, and like, I said, yeah, mom, hang on there. How? He was up there. How? Yeah, he was like what 80? Yeah, like 80, 90. Like, yeah.
Yeah, right.
So then when Larry came to, they was like, yeah. I'm like, mom, yeah, come on.
Well, I knew he was still around, but like, damn.
No, but they're looking like, yeah, well, it's that time, yeah. Like, okay, damn. Like,
Before I go, can we talk WandaVision? Or
sure.
did y'all already see it?
I saw it.
Or did y'all not see it?
I saw it. I don't know
So,
about Brian. I don't know about Tommy.
No,
Tommy?
I have not seen it. Feel free to discuss it at length.
So
Spoil the shit out of it.
Because
Okay.
you're not yet pressed. Cause, I mean, you don't got Disney Plus, do you?
I do not have Disney Plus currently now.
Okay. So, I mean, what did you think about this episode?
I thought it definitely it's made it more interesting, and also too,
Yes.
especially
Towards the end.
Yeah, towards the end. And my goodness, Tiana Paris.
This nigga, here we go.
But yeah, it was yeah. But no,
I had
it
to
was
stop him from saying something about Tiana. He said, Tiana. The
my
lovely Tiana.
yes.
Diddle, 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 diddle. Having dream. Exactly. He's skipping in the fields and shit.
Yeah, but it definitely made the next episode more interesting, and like like I said, especially like you said in the end. And I think it's still dope how like they like do like different decade period TV shows back in the day.
That was
This
dope.
one definitely was like a Brady Bunch when they had Tiana.
This was more 70s.
Yeah, and Tiana had that Good Times the neighbor Janet Du Bois character, I mean, yeah, it was definitely she reminded me of that at the time. So yeah, it was definitely interesting, especially in the end, like you said, and also too the reveal that a certain villain from the MCU, and so definitely and also too curious to know what happened to Wanda after the end game.
Yes. Did you notice the chain she was wearing?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the organization?
Not all the way, but I know the name and all that. But
when I saw that chain, I was like you, I know of them, and I want to read some stuff more about them because I know they had a nice little comic series going on within the X-Men realm. And I might be wrong, but I think they're based out in the UK in the comics. Is that right? I thought they were.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I gotta learn more about them too.
Okay, because I know is one character in the comics. I forgot the name of the character, but I know in X-Men, Psylocke is the newer version of this character. And they kind of had a whole thing with the X-Men, X of Swords, or something like that. But when I saw her wearing that chain, it made me like, oh, they got them into play. This is interesting. I found it interesting that because I don't want this to be a spoiler review, but I was surprised at what happened to the Scarlet Witch. Because I have one of the comics that it was based off of, and the family structure was a bit different, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So I was wondering why that outcome instead of what I read in the comics. I was interested in that. Again, I might be a little. I'm not speaking on everything because I don't want to spoil it. That what I'm bringing up is kind of a huge thing, and I don't want to spoil it for people that might be watching this.
Yeah.
The 5 people that watch this damn podcast.
Spoil the shit out of it.
But I thought it was interesting, and I'm still mad. It made me mad that it's like I think from now on I might just wait till the 9th episode and then just binge it because I was ready for the next one. I was ready for the
I was ready. I was ready.
When I got done, I'm like, y'all really sticking with this weekly shit? Come on, man.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, well, that's how I feel with Mandalorian. Like, yo, this is good. Shit kept going.
Yeah.
Because that's a half an hour.
Otherwise, just put on regular TV. Shit.
Yeah, because that's a half an hour too. So they might as well just go ahead and just keep
it
going.
Like a half hour? I really thought it was an hour or 45 minutes.
No, it's a half an hour. And then
okay, cool.
But also too, the Easter eggs too on that episode was very.
I need to do that. Check out the Easter eggs for all 3 so far because it's like I know it's so many.
Yeah, and then also too, I also enjoy Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Buntley's their performance.
Their chemistry is amazing.
That and also too, they showing more range on the compared to how they portray Vision and
in the
on the movie.
Yes.
Because this time they can act silly, they can act, all that, and it's like they be outside the character. And especially too the certain creative ways they had done as far as with the TV format with the glitch. Remember the glitch that happened? That was
what's ill?
Yeah.
Trey was like, wait, what happened? I was like, nah, chill.
Yeah.
That's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
I peeped that. And no, that was supposed to happen.
And also,
it was like these niggas, oh, they good.
Yeah, and also it was a couple where the characters they looked in front of the camera when they was talking about certain like important stuff, and they was like looking at the camera, like, "Yeah, did you catch that?"
Yes,
like,
yes. And again, a certain commercial mentioned something.
Yeah,
and it was like, huh?
Yeah. So
who is this? Okay.
And that's I enjoy too the commercials. Like they definitely like did their homework on like paying homage to how like it was back in the day with the and also too the theme song and the opening. Like that's just like
yes. You gotta listen. I honestly believe. I think people that really read comics like that, like since they were little up till now, they're probably loving the hell out of this show because they probably figured out all these Easter eggs and know these Easter eggs, and they probably put everything together.
Yeah, I'm hearing mixed though. It's sad though because like people like they're like disappointed. Like they like some of them just can't wait to figure out what the big reveal is, and some of them like still confused. Like what is going on? Even if you don't follow the comics or not. Excuse me, but but it's like like I said, this episode definitely set the bar and like definitely like set the mood on what's going to happen. Like your expectations of what and also to keep you interested in what the next episode is going to be. So definitely. But Tiana Paris, yes.
Yes, Tiana Paris looks amazing and an amazing actress. The fuck was that?
You remember Collateral?
You get your videos on the screen.
Remember Collateral when he no, not Collateral, Face Off. Remember the
yes.
Yeah, with the head that's what I was doing. Yes.
You just made it creepy. Congratulations. Like no. Real quick. I watched One Night in Miami last night. Man, thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll talk about it next week. I'm out. Y'all enjoy the rest of that pod, all right?
Funny. Anyway, with that Verzuz, I didn't really check it out. I did. I came in and I caught Straight from Heaven joint, and the audio from her was she was doing the best she could, I guess. But also, I didn't really get you know, it wasn't like she was really performing it. She was kind of performing for the camera, but it didn't feel like she was really singing, or singing much.
Yeah, and that's what got me out too, because I was in the Verzuz with Keyshia Cole and Ashanti. Also, I heard about how like it was like an hour late. Like damn, like yo, I didn't know that either. Like I saw like when Ashanti, she was like trying to stall time, and like she did all these new songs that people didn't heard of, and waited till Keyshia Cole came in, and then she came in with an attitude, Keyshia. So.
Oh.
Yeah, she came in like I don't know what was that. Yeah, she just came in with just a straight up attitude, like yeah, okay, what's up with my sound? What's up, why, and all that, and yeah, and then also too, her things came out. I'm like, whoa, so like yo, she bought the guns.
WMDs.
So definitely, yeah, people was talking about that dress.
Motherfucker D's, Rosie Perez.
But I always thought Keyshia Cole looked good though. I thought she was cute. Everybody like, yeah, she's like ghetto, yeah, she do that ghetto, but both she do that hood. But it's
She
like,
was the cute hood chick that has some talent. You know what I mean?
And Ashanti, she just, oh my goodness. I mean, they both look good for their age, like yo, for real. But Ashanti, she's like, she's 40, so it's like, yo.
Yeah, I had no visual complaints. Well,
yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I'll tell you, let's leave it at that too, because I'm like, yeah, I don't, as far as that Verzuz, yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing, but definitely, read what everybody was talking about, especially on Black Twitter. They was having a ball.
You know what did how late did it start?
It was late. It was like an hour late, like for real. Like they didn't start till like almost 9 o'clock, like around the 9 o'clock time. Like Ashanti, I don't know what time Ashanti was there, but she had like stole time because they still had to wait on Keyshia, and she like played all these like new material that nobody wasn't familiar with, and she was just doing that and the DJ and all that. Just trying to wait until she come in so they can have the verses and play her greatest hits, So definitely, I don't know. I'm just curious.
I was surprised that when I finally hopped on, Ashanti went into Baby was like the next joint she was doing, and I was like, oh, I figured that she might have got that one out the way earlier.
Nah, she was.
But she still had that. So
yeah, she was playing like all this new stuff that she had, like stuff that's like recent stuff from her. Yeah, because I mean that'd be unfair. Like, yeah, Keyshia Cole ain't there. You playing Foolish and all that stuff. Like, nah, you like nah.
Why would it be unfair?
No, I'm saying because that's like.
Also, both of them was playing new stuff. Is that what you're saying?
No, Keyshia Cole wasn't there yet.
Oh, she wasn't there. Oh, so Keyshia was late.
Yeah, I mean they both was late, but I forgot what. Like I said, I forgot what time Ashanti came in. Because when I came in, she was there, but she was like, like I said, she was playing all this new material. They were just trying to stall time to wait till Keyshia come up, so they can start off the battle. So yeah, that's what I meant. But like it'd be unfair. Like she played like her greatest hits, and then Keyshia ain't there yet.
Yeah, hey, you know what, man? I hear all of that, but on a completely different note, touching on what we just talked about with like the people that get there. Fucking Tom Brady going to the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, they want. Yeah.
Goddamn Tom Brady.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not the biggest fan of his, but I do respect the hell out of him.
Yeah, I'm not a Tom Brady fan, but you gotta respect the people that get it done.
Yeah.
Tom been with New England for 20 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Leaves first season. New squad who did not make the playoffs last year.
And they had a rough start.
They did have a rocky start.
Yeah.
But back in it again. Him and Gronk.
Right. And it's like
back in it again.
Yeah, Gronk too. And it's like, and also too, this is like kind of like it's still the same Tom Brady, but he's more like likable now compared to how he was in New England in a way, because he's like more like, I don't know, something about like him leaving New England is like got him like, I don't know, he's more like a little more humble. Like, I don't know, it's just, I can't describe it. It's just like,
he like Kobe when Kobe was retiring in his last like season or two, when people was like, oh shit,
yeah,
Kobe talking, he joking with people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
I think he did quote it like Black Lives Matter on like, I'm like, all right, Tom, like you wasn't like that when
I don't know. Now he had that MAGA hat when he was still in New England. You know what I'm saying? I didn't forget that, but but you know, I just gotta respect the grind, and respect the results too. Shit, you can't argue with the results. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck the Cam Newton doing New England this year.
Yeah.
Sorry. And I wanted Cam to do well. You know, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
I do feel for Aaron Rodgers though, because I do be rooting for him too. Like, yo, come back, Aaron. Come back to the. It's like, but man, you got too much. You got Lamar. You got Patrick Mahomes. You know, he's just.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, Aaron Rodgers got some good State Farm commercials. I give him that. Well, Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Rodgers is nice.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers is nice. No shade to Aaron Rodgers' game, but I think we know who's better.
Right. But definitely it's gonna be a good matchup for the Super Bowl anyway. Like you said, you got
motherfucking
the veteran,
Tom Brady.
The veteran and the rising star of Mahomes. So it's like, yo. And who's the coach for Tampa Bay?
Bruce Arians.
All right. And Andy Reid back at it. So it's like, yo.
Well, we'll see if Pat Mahomes goes to the Super Bowl again this year.
Yeah, that's right. But I think he's cleared. I think he's fine.
He's gonna play. He's got but they gotta win to get there, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So you knew he was gonna get cleared because, come on now. He, even if he still got a concussion, he getting cleared. You know what I mean? But yeah. So Batwoman. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, because we was messaging during that episode. I didn't catch the very, very beginning. I was trying to figure out who the fuck this white dude is, and Alice, what the fuck? Is why she was laying down next to her brother or dead uncle at the end of the show. Like, what kind of serial killer type shit is this?
Right.
And then your cousin who was playing what's his name? Jay Fox?
Luke Fox. Yeah, I was dying laughing when you saw that card. I said, no, you did not sound like Luke Fox.
No, man, you just let it grow, bro. Let it grow. Let it grow. Get you a shirt, get you a tie, nice old jacket. You know what I'm saying? Well, put it together. You got your Halloween shit already lined up, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that can be a dope cosplay. For real, I'm not.
You gotta find your Batwoman now.
Or find a fine Asian chick to play the
and who was that chick supposed to be
on the show?
Yes,
she's well, I just found out 'cause I didn't know Eva before I watched it, but she is like I say a stepdaughter or adopted daughter of the original Batwoman.
Okay.
Yeah, remember she had conversations with the father, and she kept calling him dad. So like, So
I did miss probably like the first 10 minutes or so, but I did, I was able to piece it together. Like, oh shit, okay, so Batwoman is black because the original died in a plane crash or a helicopter crash.
Yeah, supposedly, yeah, because she was there
or missing.
Yeah, she was there when the crash happened, and she was living in her van, and she saw the thing that crash happening. It crashed into the beach, and she was trying to see if any survivors. Yeah, and then she came across the suit.
She came across this pristine suit.
Yeah.
Working in great order.
Right.
And then decided I'm gonna go just fuck some people up.
Yeah, and then the whole connection for her origin story, how it's connected to one of the main villains. I'm like, oh, okay. And I wasn't familiar with like I said, I didn't watch show either the first season, but yeah, with the villains too, I didn't know. But they had like a nice recap before the episode started.
Previously on Batwoman.
Yeah.
I appreciated first of all, let me say the show is dark.
Yeah, it is.
It is dark.
Most of the Batman shows dark.
Most of the Batmans are dark. Yeah. But the way they showed like her foster mother
getting killed. Yeah.
Getting killed. Yeah. I was surprised that the bad guys, quote unquote bad guys, when she first had the suit and was just kind of, flexing around with it, pulled the straps, got the strap and started shooting, and I'm wondering like, was the suit bulletproof or?
Yeah. And then the whole kryptonite bullet, that was new to me too. I'm like, damn.
The kryptonite shit, yes. Yeah. Now, I will say that this show kind of feels like I'm trying to think how I want to put this. Mm-hmm. It does not feel like it is for me. It's like for me, for my generation, just cinematically, the way they put it together. So there were a couple things to be desired, but it wasn't bad. And I will support. I will be checking it out tonight. Episode 2 of this season.
But they got some fine. Besides the main character, and like I said, the Asian character, and also too the other one that was supposed the black one woman that she was the love interest of the original one. She's like a cop.
Yes.
Fine too, and also to the blonde that's playing Alfred's daughter. She.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Nice eye candy.
Yes, I was just kind of thinking like, oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, so she was with okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Alfred's daughter, and he don't even realize he didn't recognize that she called him this, and now she's suspicious, and okay, all right, you know. So it was cool. It was cool. The fake Bruce Wayne and the Alice and the Wonderland gang.
Yeah,
I don't know. That might be.
And she's Alice. She's
is that from the comics?
Yeah. And she's the estranged sister of the original Batwoman character. So that's why that conversation with her and the father in the room, and the father denied that she was the daughter was Batwoman. All that, it was a lot.
Well, I just knew that. I thought it was that was very different for me as far as like the conversation that she was having with. The villain dude, I can't remember his name right now.
Yeah, I can remember.
Who was killing everybody, and how he you denied her, but I forgot she was basically spelling it out like, yeah, she's a lesbian, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That beat down, that fight with the new Batwoman
at the end,
how she beat him down so bad with the mess with the face, like that
was very brutal.
Yeah,
very grotesque. What they said.
Batman do that anyway. From the Ben Afflecks to the Robert Pattinson. You saw him, beating the hell out of somebody. Stop in the mood. But definitely yeah, I'll keep watching. It's like people are some of them fans are a little disappointed, but it's like yeah, but it's I don't know. I support definitely for Janisa Leslie. She
I
so,
bet you will.
gotta support the sisters. For the first Batwoman.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if it just got better, progressively better week to week.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I actually have not gotten into like even the series on Netflix.
Yeah, I haven't even. Yeah,
that not the bad one, but just just the different like DC series following comes. I had never gotten into them, so I'm not sure how they actually flow. You know what I mean?
They got a nice flow going. Like they're trying to keep it all in the same universe. The Arrows, the Flash. I used to watch Arrow and Flash, but I got tired at one point, especially yeah, they was like and then all of a sudden I didn't follow the Legends of Tomorrow, but I definitely did kept up with Black Lightning, and I am upset that they decided that the next season is gonna be the last, because that's like 4 seasons. Everybody else had like 5, 6, what they call it, a wrap. But I don't know. Like I said, if I watch the Flash, I don't know what the hell's going on anymore. But yeah.
But are they shot similarly? Cinematography wise. The flow of things, how people are acting and interacting with each other, or do you think there's some that are better than others?
They all, I mean, it's the CW. They always got that same format with it's a superhero show, but it's also got drama. Like it started up with Smallville, and then and, of course you're gonna have like your cheesy action, or some may be cheesy, some may be dope. And then same thing with the acting as well. So it's like I don't know. It's like I don't know. Like it's hard to me, and also too the action scene. Yeah, I mean it's a mix. So I can't even say like who's what's the best show out of the group. I was yeah. I mean they all got that same format and the same type of style and the way. You know what I'm saying? It's got like more diversity as far as especially with, like I said, Black Lightning. African American superheroes. Well, shoot, all of them in a way did have like to try to support the LGBTQ community. But it was more now with the Legends Tomorrow, and also to Arrow and Flash and things of that nature, and also to Black Lightning as well, and also like Batwoman, she's supposed to be a lesbian, so I think she is a lesbian. I know the original the Ruby Rose one, she was a lesbian. I think they're gonna make the new one a lesbian as well, so there ain't nothing wrong with that. But and also to diverse the cast as well, because he had most of the supporting cast, they mix between black, white, Latino, things of that nature, Asian. So
yeah,
trans. I think
it's interesting.
Too. Yeah,
it's just interesting because you think about just the conversation around representation and seeing yourself in positions of power or positions of influence, and now you have in the superhero world where it's like, okay, traditionally it'd just be white men, and then it's just white people in general.
Yeah, that one black sidekick. Yeah, that one black sidekick.
And now you're starting to add black folks as superheroes. Now you starting to add other ethnicities, and now you're adding different sexual orientations to the superhero realm, and it's just like, wow, this is and it's nothing wrong with any of this, but it's just things that I just never really thought about seeing. Like it's like, to me, it's kind of like the James Bond thing, where the argument was like, why can't James Bond be black?
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's like, yes, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, when I watch James Bond films, I don't really give a fuck that he's, you know what I mean? Like James Bond, just a smooth ass nigga. You know what I mean?
Right.
From going back to the Sean Connery days to, you know, the Pierce Brosnans to Daniel Craig now. And I wasn't fucking with Daniel Craig at first when he as the first James Bond. It took me a second. Now I really rock with Daniel Craig as James Bond. But you know, to me, it wasn't even about the ethnicity of the character. I just liked the character, you know, itself, and they just happen to be white.
Mm-hmm.
So now when we talk about the superhero realm, you know, it's like, damn, okay. It's cool. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's cool and it's good to see. But it's very I guess it's just a departure from the way things were, where basically you just have good versus evil, save the world, everybody go home happy.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like good versus evil, but the good guy can't just always be white. They gotta be black or Asian or gay or straight or trans.
I mean, they just trying to connect to what's like how the world is now. I mean, it's not like, you know, we've seen it. I mean, it's been happening before the previous year. You know how like they trying to, you know, with the whole Black Lives Matter, try to, you know, explain that more, and also too trying to, you know, the struggle that African Americans have as far as, you know, getting itself known in Hollywood and things of that nature. It's getting out more now. But as far as like, you know, the whole as a whole, like the representation, like you said, from, you know, your race, your sex, and all that. I mean, that's what's going on. I mean, it's not like that's how I feel when, you know. Sorry to go back to the politics side with the conservatives. They like it old school. They want it like how it was, and they refuse to realize that things has changed. They ain't gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, and they fear that, you know, they're gonna be in the minority, the white. So it's like,
they will be.
Yeah, it is. It's. I mean, yeah. So.
But you, I mean, yes, I feel you. I feel you. That's all true, and I think it's important. But it's just something that kind of like just to witness it happen is just like a wow, you know, like it's like wow, like oh, we're bringing all of this into this now, okay, versus like not wow, like what, you know, not wow, like what the fuck is going on? I can't get with this. It's like wow, I never imagined that this would be happening. And it's a good thing, but at the same time, it's very different from what you're used to seeing.
Yeah, but it's crazy though how like people like, you know, when you say that people trying to accept the diversity, but you know we still have like these, you know, racist moments where like say like, you know, for example, say like like the whole Idris Elba trying to be James Bond, or you know what I'm saying, or like when people still get mad when like, you know, they changed the, you know, they don't like that they changed the race of a certain, you know, popular figure. Say like, if the whole Superman thing back, I don't know if you remember like 3 years ago when they were saying that Michael B. Jordan wanted to play Superman, and they had a problem with that, but people didn't know that there was some black Superman on the comics, but they wasn't Clark Kent, but it was like, it was another like a alternate universe Superman. But like, you know, people still feel some type of way with, you know, why? Oh well, if you want to, and also too, Spider-Man being black before the Miles Morales thing, when you know, the whole Donald Glover for Spider-Man thing, when someone mentioned that, and they had a problem with that. This is like when the Amazing Spider-Man came out, and they was like they had a problem with that. They were like, oh well, if you want Spider-Man to be black, let Shaft be white then. I'm like, okay, then it's like, yeah.
Shaft could be white. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, Now,
I consider,
I say that, but there's a lot of people will probably have a difference of opinion.
yeah. So they like it's still funny. Like people say they cool with diversity, and also too, it's like some people they still feel they don't like that. You know, why you gotta like the whole even the new Batman in the comics. That's on the Future State series. They had a Batman that's black now. So it's like, and that's supposed to be the son of Luke Fox. So so yeah. So it's like it's crazy. But I'm cool. I mean, people gotta realize, man, the world's it's not the same like it was back in the day. It's changing. It's keep evolving, and diversity is a main factor. So
it's necessary.
Yeah, they don't like, especially to the position of power. Why? I mean, we got a lot of, especially in the Biden cabinet. There's a lot of openly gay like people that's like got like they're in charge of some position in the administration too, and people got a problem with that as well. Like, okay, you don't want a gay mayor or nothing like that, or gay or lesbian. They have a problem with it, and they'll let it be a mix of openly gay, African American, Latino, or whatever. So it's like, yo, people be up and on.
I get frustrated at times when I see, like, even just with commercials, for instance. There's a lot more
racial,
interracial couples.
Yeah.
And a lot of more same sex stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like, why is it always two black dudes? Or why is it always a white dude and a black woman? Couldn't be a black dude and a white woman? Black dude, Hispanic, Latino, whatever.
I mean, they try to mix it up, but it's like, yeah, it's definitely I mean, they definitely doing that now, and people all said that too. Like, that's not, like, come on now, that interracial relationships going on. It's been around for years. Same thing with same sex. Just because it's for the past 5-6 years now, especially with the same sex marriages, like it's now it's illegal. It's legal now to marry someone.
It's legal now, you said?
Is it?
I don't know. I thought you were saying that it was.
No, that's what I was saying. I thought, yeah. I mean, it's still a controversy, but I mean, you can still not in the church, but as far as the
people sound yeah. People still feel a way about it. We'll say that.
Yeah, still feel a way, but I mean, but as far as people, the same sex couples, they got more freedom now to, like, yeah, we're gonna get married, have ceremony.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So it's like, yeah. But
get married, have kids, adopt kids.
Yeah, adopt kids. Yep.
And all the rights that married opposite sex couples have. So it's all good.
Yeah, I mean I know love is love. You can't even argue with that. Can't even argue with that. But yeah, moving on. I also want to talk about I've seen it a little bit of it. I don't know if you saw it. The Salt and Pepper biopic on Lifetime that came on last night.
I did not.
Yeah.
I was unaware that there was a Salt and Pepper biopic happening. So
yeah, so Lifetime, they was promoting that, and they got a Wendy Williams coming up soon.
Wendy Williams biopic.
Yeah, they actually they dropped the trailer around the same time. But and also so they're gonna have a Mahalia Jackson one too. Actually, it's gonna be 3 Mahalia Jackson biopics happening. So the one in Lifetime is Danielle Brooks. She was on Orange is the New Black. I forgot her character. She dark skin, heavy set.
Oh, was she? I know who you're talking about.
Not Crazy Eyes. Yeah, not Crazy Eyes.
No, it wasn't Crazy Eyes. It was
Tasty.
Tasty. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's what her name was.
Yeah. So
she's gonna play Mahalia Jackson.
Yeah, she's playing it on the Lifetime one, and she can sing and all that. So I mean, I don't have no problem with that. And also too, it's supposed to be I think Jill Scott is gonna play her in the film in like a movie, like it's gonna be in the movies. And then it's another one that Ledisi, the R&B singer, she's gonna play Mahalia Jackson. I'm like, wow, so there's all these Mahalia Jackson. I mean, that's good though. Hopefully they, do different like perspectives or different.
So there's wait. So you're saying these are 3 different projects, or is this one project?
No,
3 different actresses.
3 different projects.
3 different projects on all focused on Mahalia Jackson.
Yep. So the one that's coming out in the summer is the Danielle Brooks one on Lifetime. That's like the latest one that's gonna come out. The other ones, I don't think they started filming. But back to the Salt and Pepper though. Yeah, the casting was. I will say this: Shorty that played Salt, she did a good job. The actress that played Salt, she did a good job, even though she wasn't as. I mean, she was light skinned, but not as a yellow light skin like how Salt is. Like she was like they both like 2 light brown skin, women playing, Salt and Pepper. Yeah, Pepper was light brown skin, but Salt, she was like really light skin. But
well, I mean, Salt was light skinned.
I'm saying though, right? Huh?
Well, I'm just saying Salt was light skinned, like.
Yeah, I'm saying, but the actress on the movie, she was like a light brown, like it wasn't like
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a red bone, like. Yeah, so it was like definitely but she did a good job. She played the role, and she's fine as hell too. So but I'm just saying that also too and because I have a crush on Salt back in the day as well, but she did a good job. The Pepper, I thought she was cool. I mean, she, and also too, I thought that they really disrespect the hell out of Spinderella. Because they didn't, because they're not, friends like that now. They
none of them, or just
Salt and Pepper. Yeah, they don't mess with.
They don't mess with Spinderella, or they don't mess with any of each other like that. Or they just don't rock with Spinderella.
Salt and Pepper did have fallen out. They did have fallen out back then, but they're cool now. But Spinderella, now it's like, she don't want to be, part of the group. When people talk about Salt and Pepper, it's crazy. And also too, is with this biopic, Spinderella, they didn't ask Spinderella her input or
wait, because from my recollection, Salt and Pepper was a group.
Yeah, it was a group.
And then Spinderella was not a part of that until later on at some point.
But that's crazy though. But she was there from the jump though.
Oh, she was.
Yeah, she was in the Pusha video. She was there from the jump.
I had no idea. I'm sorry. Yeah. I had no idea it was called Salt and Pepper. I thought it was Salt and Pepper. And then at some point, Spinderella started getting mentioned. And I thought that I thought she got added after the fact. I didn't know she was from the jump was part of the group.
Yeah, she was there from the jump. She was there.
So it was like a Run DMC.
Yeah.
Where they had Jam Master Jay as a DJ. She was with them the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So she was in the Pusha video. That was their first song. So not one of
I just thought she was another chick. I didn't, I'm gonna have to go back and check that video.
Yeah. So but definitely they didn't because Salt and Pepper, they were the executive producers of the biopic. So they, of course they
Oh,
Yeah.
see, you buried the lead, man.
Yeah.
If they're the executive producers,
Yeah, they like,
and they
yeah,
don't fuck with Spinderella
yeah,
anymore,
we don't want her input. But the
then we don't
casting,
want her input. And I figured that and she don't fuck with them, so she probably wouldn't have wanted to be a part of that anyway. No.
I mean, she did. I mean, at least do it right. At least like, but if you saw the biopic, man, it was like, yo, they made her like. I mean, she was mentioned, and you see someone actually playing Cinderella, but she was like it was like she wasn't part of the story. She wasn't like they treated her like she was like a cameo appearance. Like she had like she only had like 3 lines throughout the whole joint.
Damn.
It is like she was you see her and she like it's like cameo appearance on certain scenes. Like she only had like maybe 3 lines throughout the whole joint. But I heard Spinderella, she did like voice her opinion on Twitter and things of that nature, and like Tim mentioned how they didn't ask for her input or try to insight on how it went down. But it's
What's
crazy.
your thoughts on it? Do you believe that not this biopic, but just Salt and Pepper and their career and the legacy and all that? Do you believe that Spinderella brought something to the group, or do you feel like she was there because at that point in time, you kind of it was like you had the MCs and you had to have a DJ that was just kind of like part of the elements of hip hop, and Run DMC was doing their thing. They had popped off, and they had blown up. 2 MCs and a DJ. You know what I mean? Do you think? Yeah. What's your perspective on that?
It's a little bit. It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both because like you mentioned, I was going to mention about how Run DMC and also too De La Soul, if you want to mention them, like all the like trios and Tribe Called Quest too. Like you had the 2 MCs and then you got the DJ. So like it's crazy with like
that was the formula at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like with Run DMC, Jam Master J, it was called Run DMC, but don't forget about Jam Master J because he was also he did the production, some of the production in there, and you know what I'm saying, and he was like he was like the founding member. I mean it was called Run DMC, but but who was they had a song on the first album, titled Jam Master J. It's like
okay, but
I'm not. I know.
We talk about Salt and Pepper though.
Yeah, no, I know. But I was like saying, like as far as like, well, Spinderella, she was a DJ, really was. And then as far as I heard like she was involved in the production of some of those songs. So it's like it wasn't all just Herbie Love. So it was like she was responsible with helping out, with songs and all that. So like that's how I felt with A Tribe Called Quest too, cause I thought Ali Shaheed was like, he was part of it. It was mostly Q-Tip. So but it's like
well, do you actually, let me ask you this: do you think that they were? Do you think that they were just cool at the time? Like Salt and Pepper was cool. Spinderella was a DJ. They needed a DJ. She was cool enough, I guess, with them at the time that they was like, all right, cool, you with us. And they start doing their thing. And as stuff just happens over time, as they get bigger in popularity, they start getting more money, start performing, gaining fans, all that stuff. And because she was not necessarily, and again, I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud, throwing ideas out there, considering, you just hear stories and how relationships kind of can grow or deteriorate over time. And just thinking about hip hop groups back then, and the role of the DJ, and then you got not even the role of the DJ, just that was sort of the formula. Like you had the MCs, you had the DJ, but then that could have just been the formula where you just was like, all right, we need this to really blow at that time. And it could have just been like, yo, we want you with us. You know what I mean? We need a DJ. You do your thing. You cool. We whatever. But maybe it just was a situation where it was like, we added you because we needed a DJ, but it's not like we really fuck with you like that. You was cool. And then you started to get out of pocket, or you started to feel like you deserve what we getting, or whatever. I don't know.
Right. I mean, I don't know, like, as far as like, I mean, from how when we was young and when they was out, we thought that, they was always cool, but when we found out all this drama, like, damn,
right.
Okay, so it was like, we don't know. So yeah, so I mean, I don't know how it went down. Like I see, like I said, she was there from the kind of the jump. I mean, she was there when on the Pusha video. They had other songs before that, like Tramp and all that, but she was, she was in the video. She even had like a couple verses on certain songs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you thought, you thinking that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you thought,
yeah.
But it wasn't really like that.
Yeah. I mean, I know it was Salt and Pepper first. They was, and then then Spin came along, like, but she was, like I said, it was like not that, it wasn't like the first, like after the first album they added Spin. She was there, from the, like I said, from the jump. So I don't know. But yeah, it's still sad though, like, yo, because like, when you think of Salt and Pepper, you can't help but think, at Spinderella, like, yo, she was there from the jump. So
no, I mean, me, I know who she is. I know she was a part of that group. But when you say Salt and Pepper, I think Salt and Pepper. And then Spinderella was a part of it, but it also just didn't feel like she was as big a part as, for instance, like Run DMC. Run and DMC.
yeah, but same thing with that. I still think Jam SJ. So
but I think right. I still think of Jam SJ being a part of it.
Yeah.
But the frontman was Run and DMC.
Yeah, but still, I mean, who was? Yeah, but still, it's
like who's? Thing. There's a lot of cats now have their DJs. You know what I mean? Like their tour DJs, or whenever they're doing a performance.
But that's different now. That's different because like I said, they just tour and yeah.
It is right, different.
And another example, Lil Brother, like when they break up, but Ninth. Yeah, I'm sorry. To this day, I don't care what nobody say with Ninth and like for real. I still say that he was the founding. He was the founding member.
He was the secret sauce behind Lil Brother.
No, he was one of the founding members of Lil Brother. I don't care what their relationship is between them two, but I mean, when you think of Ninth Wonder, you can't help but he was one of the founding members of Lil Brother.
Well, he was their DJ.
Yeah, but he produced the songs. He produced most of the album.
Yeah, well, that's the thing though. Yes, that's true. But he also, after Little Brother, he was able to go on and carve out like a lane for himself where people was like, oh, Ninth Wonder, okay, cool.
Yeah, but still, I mean, if it wasn't for the Jay-Z threat, but still, that pushed between that and doing Destiny Child's Girl, like that definitely helped out. But as far as like, you know, still, I still, you know, when ninth one comes, I'm like, yo, yeah, one of the founding members of. I still say that. I don't care if they, you know.
No. I'm not. What I'm saying is the difference between Ninth and Spinderella is after Salt and Pepper, you don't. I don't think you heard Spinderella mentioned outside of them,
Well,
outside of
she
that group. Ninth,
yeah, I
you know.
mean, she do like, you know, she still
So
do
you,
DJing. So
mm-hmm.
and she like, maybe you might see her in like those little hip hop summits, whatever.
Yeah, like
So,
even Jazzy Jeff.
yeah,
Jazzy Jeff, you know, still, you know, I assume he still DJs,
yeah, he still
but you
DJs.
know, been to several that Jazzy Jeff, you know, parties where he was DJing, and he did his thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like
Happy
you,
belated birthday to Jazzy Jeff.
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jeff.
Yeah.
And you know, and it's not like, oh shit, where's the Fresh Prince though? No, it's like, oh shit, Jeff is tearing it down. He's mixing, he's doing all of these things. He's getting the party rocking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I mean with Spinderella. It's like you just never had that kind of. I feel like she never had an identity beyond being the DJ of Salt and Pepper.
Yeah, I will say that. Yeah, she hasn't, like I said, but like I said, outside
Now,
of
if
Salt
she
and Pepper,
did that, let's say she did that. Let's say Spinderella became like, and I don't know, it probably was even harder back then just for a female in the music
that's another
industry,
thing I was
period.
going to mention. Yeah,
But let's just say, you know, she became, you know, a renowned DJ and you know, producer of music or what have you. I think Salt and Pepper might have had to fuck with her just off the strength of like, damn, Spinderella might have as many, if not more, fans just of her, independent of the whole group situation. And you know, it would have been a bad look for them to put something together like that and not include her. It would have just looked stupid,
right.
and that's what I think. Like I don't know how things played out, what the relationships was, but yeah, it is messed up though when you see you know people that you kind of grew up you know, loving their stuff and loving what they do, and then you see they fall apart or they have fallen outs or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no, why?
Yeah.
But why?
Like that last year, that it was a marketing scheme on their part, but it was a Public Enemy with Chuck and Flavor. You know, I don't know if you heard, it was like a so-called like falling out they had. But it was like, it was during the time when during the time of the elections, and they were trying to support Bernie Sanders and things of that nature. Actually, you know, before the elections. So yeah, so it was like, you know, it was saying that, you know, that Chuck and Flavor parted ways, and people was like, yeah, they can't see it. I mean, yeah, it sucks. Like there will be, you know, you can't see Chuck moving on without Flavor. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, even though Flavor is known for his reality shows more, and you know how, you know, it's just crazy. But that was something. But yeah, it was pretty much like a little marketing scheme they had. They were trying to pull a little stunt they pulled. But I don't know. But the movie is, yeah. But back to the movie though, it could have been better. I mean, yeah, like I said, the casting was so off. Like if you like the people that had to play Martin and Kitten Play or Arsenio Hall and Tretch, I can keep going. And also too, the way, like, you can tell, I don't know how much the budget was, but it was like.
Now, when you say people that they got to play these folks, is it the look? Was it it was all the look? Okay. But what about the energy and the vibe and how they delivered the performance?
You know what? I didn't see it all the way because my mom watched it. She was watching it, but it was like she like I saw like they made like a couple appearance like cameo like they had like Kid and Play and then like the Martin. Like they talked about it in the beginning because if you knew this, Kid and Play, Martin, and Salt and Pepper, they all knew each other before they got famous. They used to work at the Sears. They used to work for Sears. They did the call center for Sears back then. That was their job before they got famous, all of them. So yeah, so like they said the dude that played Martin was like he was like chubby and like, you know, he didn't have the ear thing going and like I ain't hear him speak, but like yeah, it just said it didn't look like Martin. And also too, the Kid and Play one, you know, it ain't that hard to find a light skinned brother with, you know, just to play and to have a hot top fade as a wig. And that was another thing. See, people was talking about how bad the wigs was. You know, the costume was cool, but yeah.
Come on, guys.
But the montage, like the performances, it's like it was so cheap. They had like these little funny, like looking backgrounds, you know, for the other. It was just, yeah, wow. But it wasn't like if you saw the new edition one. The new edition one, you can tell like they put in that work. Like they definitely nourished that yeah. For they did a good job on with that whole segment, the performances, the acting, everything, all around production, design. So I don't know. Like I said, like it was okay. Yeah, it wasn't okay. It was.
So with the Wendy Williams one, let's pivot to the Wendy Williams one that's
I'm so
coming.
Not seeing it either. I'm not seeing that either. Okay.
Dude, what do you know about it as far as like who's executive producing?
I know Wendy Williams. Yeah, she was behind it.
So she is involved behind it.
Yeah, I think she is because it's her story. I think she is executive producer. But as far as I saw the trailer.
Do you know how far it's gonna go? Like as far as like
they're going from her upbringings, and I think they did you know, especially I don't know like her relationships, and I did saw a scene where they reenact the when she passed out with the when she had the Statue of Liberty outfit on the show.
But so, what about her
Hot 97?
I don't know if she was Hot 97 or if she was somewhere in Philly at one point, but back when she was like the messy Wendy Williams.
Yeah, they're gonna talk about that. It wasn't Hot 97. It was yeah, what it was. Oh, okay, but yeah, they are gonna cover that because that was before the talk show. So yeah, they're definitely gonna cover that.
Okay.
But
okay.
But yeah, but I don't know as far as how far they going. You know, like I said, they showed us.
I would be more interested in the Wendy Williams biopic versus. More interested in that biopic than Salt and Pepper.
Right.
Because I'm more curious about, you know, how she got to where she is now. And you know, just, you know, I remember hearing like a Wendy Williams interview back when she was like the messy Wendy Williams. I forget who it was, but I was like, yo, this chick is out of control right now.
I think that it was a couple of them. The one I most remember was the Method Man. And he was upset at Wendy because his wife at the time, she was sick. She had cancer. And she put it out there. And like it's probably in private because her family didn't know. The ex-wife didn't know. And then I heard that Meth was pissed, and he like I don't know if he went to the station or he called in like it was something like that. So yeah, so I heard that, and then I heard it was she was also I heard something too. It was like doing the whole West Coast East Coast Death Row and Bad Boy beef too. But I forgot what it was, but yeah. I remember like she was like it was like she was more cool with Suge on that side compared to Bad Boy. So yeah. and she was like starting like some gospel too on that too. I want to say she was involved in the whole Pac and Faith thing. Maybe I want to say.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, I don't know how much stuff is like just for marketing and putting it out there publicly to make it look away, and then how much is you know, just and what's real, I should say.
Right.
You know, what's real when the mics is off, when the cameras is off, all that kind of stuff, and who she really was. So that's what I'm more curious about with her biopic, with that coming from that background, and now being, I believe Wendy Williams could be the next Oprah when we talk about just talk show following. Now she's got a lot to do to get to where Oprah was, just as a talk show host. But she got a loyal audience. You know, people love them some Wendy.
But I think it's funny, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what she was. She's gone. She's been on that Oprah format since she got the talk show on TV. So it's like you can definitely, you know, from the audience, it's a different type of audience. I mean, you still got, you know, black women, but it's more, you know, you got some white women up there too. And it's like she's trying to blend in with everybody compared to how she was in the radio. She was just like straight, you know.
It's either Wendy or Ellen.
Yeah.
Wendy has had her issues. I think people have moved on from you know, the Wendy she was when it was real messy. But she's had her issues in her life. You know,
she toned it down too. So it's like,
and she toned it down. And now Ellen, who I thought was like the nicest lady in the world, apparently.
Yeah.
You've been hearing all kinds of wild shit about Ellen.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm like,
so it's not just Ellen. It's just Ellen. It's just about her boss and the producers of the show, and also
so it's like her boss. Is it her boss who was putting this stuff out?
Yeah, it's like the producers, and also too, it's a little bit of everything, but it's like, you know, they got like former staff members talking about how, like, you know, it wasn't all be kind to one another. It was some, you know, racist, sexist things happening, and it was like, wow. So then they said that Ellen didn't know all of it, but it's crazy. But it's how did it, you know, treat it like some guests up there, and also too, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, it's just so much. You know, it's like all of a sudden, it was like, wait, what? Where did all this Ellen hate come from? I thought everybody loved Ellen. You know, Dory dancing on the talk show. You know,
yeah.
What the fuck? Where is this coming from?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was shocked, but this is interesting. I'm glad you mentioned it, because I had no fucking idea. So,
I forgot when it comes out. I know it's coming soon. I think I want to say like, cause they promoted both of them at the same. The trailers, the Salt and Pepper and Wendy Williams. So I want to say it's gonna come out in like the next 2 months or so. And also too, they got like they promoted a new documentary where they doing the life of Bobby, Christina, and Whitney Houston. So yeah. But and also so I think I heard that Salt and Pepper said they're probably gonna have a documentary too, where they're gonna cover a lot more what the biopic didn't cover. Something.
I think they need to include Spinderella in that documentary.
Yeah, they should, but
otherwise it's not a documentary.
Right. So.
Because she was there.
Yeah. But man. I think that's about it that I have. Yeah. Anything else?
Nah, man.
I want a quick shout out, though. Shout out to Selection. Happy 10 years. It's the LA music brand. You know, Joe K, Andrew Power. You know, they got the, you know, started out with an indie radio show that was on, you know, SoundCloud. Now they, you know, it's been real successful. Now they on Apple Music. And, you know, they got a clothing line. They got an indie recording label. You know, they got festivals, concerts, things of that nature. The brand has moved up, and it's been 10 years. Today's been 10 years, January the 24th. So just, you know, a big fan of those guys. And, you know, I don't know if you remember at that time we went to A3C back in 2014. That was the last time. Yeah, the last time we went, really. Wow, that's crazy. So, you know, they had like a little set. Actually, they had it while we was waiting for De La. And we went, and at that time we went to that party at that spot the day before, and they had like a little after party thing.
Flip shot. Yes.
Yeah, but shout out to Selection. Keep doing the thing. Hopefully for another 10 years. But yeah, man, it's cool.
You know, I was about to give another shout out, but I don't really know these folks. I just thought it would have been funny.
I mean, I don't know Selection either. I mean, I'm just, you know, just a fan.
No. But it was going to be different. It was going to be different.
Okay.
But now I'm not going to do it. Just to bring it back from the last pod. I remember that message I sent in the group chat where I took a picture and showed y'all, like, y'all, you know, you know. So anyway, if I actually end up using that service, though, I might actually have to shout them out for real. But yeah, that's it, man.
It's been real, y'all. Thanks for watching episode 17 of Everything's Blurred. Please follow us on
Somebody
IG.
sponsor me with a ring light or something, because you know I'm you know, this darkness is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know everybody like, yeah, who's this? Yeah, for real. We see Brian, we see Sean. Mr. Sean, okay, Tommy, it's okay.
Honestly, it's probably just gonna become a thing. Like I'm just gonna be the dark, shadowy figure in the alley.
Yeah, for real. For Melissa, run.
You know what I mean?
You know, you got like I said in the last episode, you got like the it's like a mix of Zordon from Power Rangers and also too I don't know if you remember on Patrick Swayze's Ghost, the people that from hell was getting the people to bring them to hell, and how they look, the black.
Oh my god!
They try to grab the people, bring them to hell. Like, yeah, that's what they kind of looking like right now.
Rangers.
Yeah, I know, right?
Give me a light.
Aye. Yeah,
all right, man.
Follow us on IG. They first keep on watching from YouTube, and follow us on IG, on Facebook. This is Everything's Blurred, episode 17.
Everything's Blurred.
Peace out, y'all.
Episode 17 is a wrap. Peace.